Hello everybody and welcome to this week's edition of Vanguard Tales. I'll be your Dungeon Master for today. My name is David and I'm joined by Sam, Martin and David. We'll get straight into it. So we'll get Martin to do the recap from last week.
So on last week's episode we finished our last task. We handed in our scarf and we met the regional director of the Shadow Alliance and were able to join them. His name was Erdo. So then we got given another task. We were to give him the Starburst Amulet within 5 days. Yes?
Yep.
And that Starburst Amulet belonged to the General of the Purple Dragons called Kalatne. So we decided to send out Callisto to do some scouting work. He found her, accidentally bumped into her, had a nice chat. It went very well. Came back to the inn to tell us, and then suddenly she was sitting at the bar. He then went and spoke to her. Some shenanigans happened, and people got punched in the face, and
Shenanigans.
people may have been killed.
Shenanigans.
A guy with a gold harpy pin we attacked Kalatne, and she went off. And possibly, hopefully, Callisto will be able to get back in there with her, and we'll be able to continue the ruse.
Get in there! Get in there, my son!
So romantic.
And Raven followed her home, found out that she'd asked the guard to triple the guards around the inn and to do a complete search. She went back home. I then led it back to the inn, told the guys and Faye, and told Fox. Fox proceeded to ring the bell and chuck everyone out the inn, and then we proceeded to go to an inn called the Leaning Post.
Yep.
And met a gentleman called Hawklin.
Are we still alive?
There we preside.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. It cut off into a clip for some reason.
Nope.
And there we proceed on to the next episode.
Yes, you've spent the night in the inn. The Leaning Post?
Leaning post.
Yeah.
Leaning post.
Yep.
So morning comes, and today it's not a very nice day, unfortunately. It's chucking it down with rain.
Bloody England.
And yeah, everyone's moods are kind of a bit more sour today.
Yeah.
As you go down to get your breakfast, even the sort of quite professional level of service that you received last night it's kind of slightly, I don't know, he just kind of looks a bit more depressed.
This was quite a nice establishment, wasn't
Yes,
it?
mid-range,
Yeah.
It
was in the northern district, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a nice establishment, and you get served some very, very fine breakfast. Start the session by everybody making a quick perception check, please.
Straight away. Starts with a nat 20.
Oh,
I'll take his.
I like this.
8.
13.
13.
Raven's on super alert.
Yes, so Raven, you hear a couple of merchants, 3 or 4 tables over, against one of the walls, and they're discussing the increased levels of guard presence this morning, and one of them says to the other, he said, "Oh yeah, I heard they raided that inn and have arrested loads of people."
Oh, shit. Right.
There's a doorway down to the
Anything else?
secret lair.
I then kind of lean in to the other two and went, did you two hear that?
No, I cannot eat my eggs this morning. I'm just not in the mood. Sorry.
Hear what, sorry? The two merchants over there, they'd heard that the Fox's Inn got raided and a load of people got arrested. Oh dear.
Oh no, so tragic.
Let's hope that they had enough headway from us to lessen the damage.
Well, yeah, let's hope the right people got out.
But we can't focus on that. We have a mission and we only have 4 days left to
Yes,
take care of
yes,
it.
of course.
Yes, absolutely.
If you would remind me, Callisto,
Yes.
in your talks with Kalakne, she invited us to train the guards, try out for them.
Yes, she said that we should go and potentially sign up to become a member of the guards, and she said at some point potentially even become a purple dragon. She thought that she said some of my talents could certainly try out, and I think when she saw you two fighting, she thought potentially you may also be worthy. So I do not know if this is a good place to start, a stupid place. I don't.
It could be a good way of earning her trust.
I believe that's our in.
I mean, I do not know. Do these places do things like background checks on, like, I mean, if they find, you know, if they were to lift a certain lapel and see a certain shiny thing, might they look at that and think, hold on a minute, that is not what we want?
Yes, we need to make sure we are not discovered as being part of the organization.
Especially if they've just raided, they probably found a lot of those pins. Potentially we get rid of them for the moment.
Maybe keep them in our rooms.
We keep them in our rooms, or we go get special tailoring.
Our secret pocket.
I do not think this will work. If they search you, they will search completely. They will not stop just to be like, look, he's not having it in his person. They will search everywhere, surely. Why do we not just hide this somewhere in not our rooms or something like this? But because obviously Galadley knows we were all there last night. I'm sure she will be interested why we were at this place when it turns out to be this den of thieves.
I sent a message from a kind of a messaging service, and very often they have like lockers and things that you could possibly put things in.
Lockbox.
They might have something to put something. We could ask, you know,
Like a box you can lock?
exactly.
Ah, yes.
Like a drop dead. A dead.
A dead drop.
You know?
Yes, I like this.
Very well. Okay. Yes, I think we should break off all ties of this organization for the moment, but still try and do the mission.
Yes.
But just not affiliated, because, I mean, to be honest, if we find out today that they've all been arrested, well, why are we doing this anyway?
I
You've got a
think
good point.
this is not the organization that would easily be cowed like that.
It probably didn't
But then
arrest
it is-
any of the big people anyway.
All I'm saying is if they find out that we are potentially the main reasons that they got all arrested, I think completing this mission could be the last thing that we need to worry about.
Ah, I see.
That is a very good point. Yeah, the Erdo did not look like someone you wanted to mess with.
No.
Welcome box.
Zut alors.
All good.
Yes, so
Don't forget, keep names, places, things like that under
I was
wraps.
going to say that was a
Sorry,
bit
I'm-
out in the open.
I'm not
We'll
used
just
to
call
this.
him
Jeff.
Jeff.
I am very good at thinking up names on the spot.
Jeff.
Yes.
Very nice name.
Right.
Jeff. Also, do not forget.
I was thinking melty face, but I think that's also a bit easy to.
I've never heard someone called Melty Face before in my life. but
Mr. Whippy.
Jeff it is.
but
Jeff and
Jeff.
the club.
as I was the next secret person, we will call them Melty Face. Even if they have a perfectly beautiful face, they will be Melty Face.
Okay.
Did you know this?
No, I don't.
This is secret.
Okay. Secret.
When I was on the stage, us actors, when we wanted to tell a secret to each other, and we would have to be very quiet, we would just, and you would know, yes, do not tell anyone. So
Okay.
secret.
If you're on the stage, why would you be speaking quietly? Would the
Oh, no.
audience not wish to hear you?
No, this is when we were backstage and the actors were performing and we were talking about the actor on stage, normally who we had slept with the night before, and we were saying,
Look, insight check. Is he an actor? Ew. 9.
I mean, yes,
Are you an actor?
I am an actor, yeah.
So we're going to try and join the guards, and you're still going to try and get in her.
Good books.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I will try and get in her good books. And I will try and have sex with her as well.
Well, I wasn't going to say that. Well,
Well, you were going to say that. Well, no, you weren't going to say it. You were going to mime it, and I thought I could save us all a very uncomfortable 5 seconds.
That's okay.
But I thought we should probably try and get into the guards first, and then we can see where we go from there. Because I think she was a little bit upset with us all last night, and she definitely said we should not be staying at that place again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shall we?
Our cover story for why we were in that place is that it was a place of misfits, and we are a bunch of misfits.
You are.
Everywhere else we've been in this city.
This is a bit mean.
So sorry.
I mean, have you looked at yourself in the mirror? You're not
Well-
exactly the most common.
That is very true.
I mean, you're still very beautiful, don't get me wrong,
Oh,
but I'm
thank
just
you.
saying, we are all beautiful in our own way.
A little pulse goes through my hair that just fire as you say that.
Do not know if you angered her or turned her on, but either way, watch out.
Yes. So our cover. I'm right here. Cover story is that it's a bunch of misfits. We didn't fit in much other place, and that's where we decided to stay.
If this works perfectly, that is pretty much what I told her yesterday. There was nowhere for me to go,
Yeah.
so that works perfectly.
Yes.
But I think I will work on getting rid of this and
Yes. Likewise.
hiding this. If you can get in touch with this person who has a box with a lock, that would be brilliant.
Yes. I'll find out if they have a messenger and see if they've got anything there that we can use.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
So, where first?
I'm gonna
Message
ask.
place.
Yes. Ask at the Auckland if he's around, or at the inn to see where to send a message from, or to find out if they've got. Where I could send a message from.
So the message one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you approach Hawklin, and he's said, "Good morning, sir. May I assist you?"
Yes. I was wondering. I need to send a message. I was wondering whereabouts it was in there. It wasn't the city that I can send a message from.
As in a letter?
Yes.
I see. There is there is a mailing company. I can't recall the name off the top of my head, but it's just on the west side of the city.
West side of the city.
Yeah, not too far from the jewelers.
Near the jewelers.
Hmm.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you'd want to go out in this weather though, sir. It's somewhat unpleasant today.
It's fine. I'm used to training in all kinds of weather.
As you wish. Is there any other service I may provide you today?
No, thank you very much.
Very well. I'd just like to remind everybody that checkout is at 10.
Certainly.
Didn't we pay for 2
2
days?
Did you?
Yes.
You did.
Yes, you did.
Check out tomorrow at 10.
Check out tomorrow at 10.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Auckland.
And tell the others that I'm going to the messenger.
Okay.
I will meet you back here. It shouldn't be too far. I'll meet you back here in an hour.
Perfect. During that time, I'll go up and just get all my sort of stuff ready, like my trident and shield, and make sure I'm ready for sort of whatever guard training I think is going to imagine I'll leave.
Okay.
My nice clothes and things in the room, and
So you
be
just
prepared for the sort of training.
Callisto,
Yes.
is it worth doing a very nonchalant flyby of the Fox Heart to see what has actually transpired there?
I mean, we could do, I suppose, but I think with the guard presence, I think it is probably better if we just leave it alone and maybe check on it tomorrow, something like this. I think if we suddenly turn up there this morning,
I'm thinking a cover might be that we have our cloaks up to hide our faces, and we're literally running past to escape the rain. And that gives us a sense of what is, if there are guards posted outside, or if they are...
this morning, I wouldn't go outside, but does it look like there are many people outside, or just everyone staying inside? That type of weather?
Yeah, I mean, it seems a little quieter on the streets.
Yeah.
All the merchants and stuff are still setting up and things like
Yeah.
that. But probably slightly less pedestrian
Okay.
activity. Again, people might just maybe wait until a bit later to see if it dries up, or
Yeah.
And there are...
it's like when it's raining, you're just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll just try later.
Okay.
Or maybe they don't have particularly good wet weather clothing, depending on how rich or poor they are.
I just think it is an unnecessary risk at the moment. I guess I would like to see what is going on there, but I think we are not the most subtle person, and if they catch a glimpse of your fiery red hair, I think they might know, and if they catch a glimpse of my blue skin, there are not many of us looking like this around the place at the moment. They're probably quite recognizable.
Good point. We'll leave it till later then.
Yes, I think it is definitely worth having a look, but potentially... also, I think we should probably go together, just in case.
I was thinking separately would probably be better to not be seen as a unit.
Potentially, I do not know. But
We'll wait for Raven to come back and decide on it.
very well, yes, sir.
Okay, so you take the trip across town. Takes about 20 minutes to traverse the distance and find what it is you're looking for. But yeah, you find the post office essentially.
I go in.
See the familiar sight. There's a cart outside, and there's mail. Be like big crates and things like that, of like people like carrying out and loading them onto like a stagecoach style wagon, and they're kind of loading that up. And there's a little hole in the top of the carriage, and there's a guy there with a crossbow, just kind of this, and there's another couple of guards there, just kind of making sure there's no mail theft going on.
It's a family charge.
I go on in, try to find someone in charge.
There was a clerk at the desk, and it's a human female. She's quite young, probably 20. Long blonde hair, and she kind of smiles as you approach. She's got a large clipboard seems to be like taking like inventory on a few boxes and just kind of ticking them off on a list. And it's just like, good morning, sir. Brave of you to come out in this weather.
Good day, madam. Yes, I'm used to all kinds of weathers. It doesn't bother me.
Are you sending or receiving?
Well, I've got an unusual question for you. I was wondering if you have any kind of lockers or items where we could stow them to keep them safe.
Well, it's not really something we offer. No, we just send and receive mail.
Okay.
What is it you need exactly?
Just we have some valuables, and I thought perhaps that you might have some kind of safe or somewhere to keep them. Because we didn't want to carry them around with that person.
I see.
Do you know of anywhere that might have that kind of?
Well,
service?
I'm the manager here. I do have a safe in my office. I would be happy to, let you have access to it for a small fee, of course, depending on how big it is and how long you needed it to be stored for.
It would probably only be for about a week.
Okay, a week. Okay.
And these items will probably be very small items. We'll probably keep them in a little chest or something like this.
Okay.
Or in a kind of a wallet or a bag.
Okay, like a small pouch with like coins in that sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay. I do have to make a quick. I just have to ask a very important question. The items that are being stored, they're not illegal in any way?
No, of course not.
Okay. If they are, then we would be required to inform the authorities, of course.
Yes.
So, what 1 week for one pouch? I would be happy to do that for you for 2 silver.
By all means, that would be most kind. Here, and I give her 1 gold.
Okay.
And I just say thank you very much, and these are very, very important to us. And I just to keep it quiet. I know you're doing this yourself, and I assure you they are not illegal.
Okay.
But if you can keep it quiet, that would be very much appreciated. I will bring it back later on today. Is that okay? What time are you open till?
We're here until 5.
Okay, I'll be back by 5. If that's okay.
Definitely not wild mail.
But she is set contactless, Fiddler says.
And then head on back to the inn at a nice jog.
Okay, so you arrive back at the inn. You are like soaked through at this point. You arrive back at the hotel, and the Hawklin watches you enter, and he's like, no. No.
If you don't mind, I have spare clothing in my room. I'll go and get changed and leave it to dry up there. Unless you would like me to get changed here.
enter?
No.
Unless you'd like me to get changed here.
One moment. And he disappears off for a second and comes out, and he's got a towel. He's like,
Thank you.
just try not to get it on the carpets.
Yes, certainly. I apologise.
Proceed.
dry myself off by the door as best I can.
Yeah.
Leave my cloak kind of hanging up by the door and
Sure.
dry myself off as best I can.
Fair. Yeah, at this point, you guys notice he's there.
While he was out,
Mm-hmm.
don't particularly like this idea.
Okay.
Can I have a look around the room to see if there's any loose floorboards, a bit of brick that I could take out of the wall, some sneaky little hidey hole?
Make an investigation check.
17.
So yeah, you kind of poke around for sort of half hour or so, trying like floorboards and things like that. You do kind of notice that that you don't have access to the floorboards, it's carpet.
Yeah.
But you do try and sort of pull up the edges to see if there's like anywhere. But aside from like the usual places like drawer, under the bed, in the mattress, that type of thing, we don't find anything else that's particularly extraordinarily sneaky hiding place. But
Okay.
yes, you see Raven drying himself.
And we've all come downstairs at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just kind of like in the lounge area.
Sort of look at him like toweling himself off in the middle of the thing, and it's like, oh, okay. Raven, you okay?
Yes, and then come over. You sitting down?
No.
No, we literally
I'm
just
sort of
come
stood with my trident. With my trident, I was like, wait, what? With my trident and my shield, like clearly ready for sort of some form of combat.
Right. Are we ready to go?
Yes.
That's what
Okay. I went to the messages and the manager there said we can use their safe for a small pouch.
Okay.
The shop's safe,
Yes,
not separate to the shop.
the shop safe.
So the items that we put within would be the easy access of everyone who works there.
No, just the manager.
Even still, easy access for the manager.
Yes.
I don't like it.
That is not as secure as you said. I thought you meant nobody would have access other than ourselves.
Well, they didn't have anything.
What about a bank? There's got to be a bank in the city, and they must have vaults.
Could we not just bury it underground or remember where we buried it?
That's what I was thinking. I've tried looking in my room for a secret place to hide.
Well, was there a park or somewhere on the way to the? We could find a nice, a tree or something and bury them by a tree.
Have we noticed any little parks and things like that?
You walked by a park when you were speaking to
I
Kalak.
did in the fancy area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say in the fancier areas, there's a few areas of little bits of greenery and things like that, and then obviously you can always hide it sort of just outside the city, for example. You're surrounded by farmland for the most part, so
I
Yeah.
would probably suggest that we go hide it somewhere that nobody would go. Outside the city.
a quick perception check for everybody.
Oh. 21.
Ooh.
8.
Oh.
9.
Okay. So Callisto, you notice as you're sort of looking over to the front of the establishment, there's a guard there, and it's got like a
Wanted.
A wanted poster.
sort of. It's just a picture. There's no words.
Okay.
It's definitely a blue person,
Yeah.
and the guy's like, and then points back to you. The guard's like,
Okay, and this is. Yes, sir. And I've noticed the poster, yeah?
yes.
May I have a look at that poster? It looks a bit like me. And I sort of walk
And
confidently with my shield and my my trident.
The guard starts walking over in your direction quite determinedly at this point as well.
So I go to meet him.
I hang back.
And as...
You, citizen,
Yes?
is your name Callisto? No, that's not what your name was. It was
Lysander.
Lysander. That was it. Is your name Lysander?
Yes, that is myself.
Good. Come with me.
Very well. I was on my way to guard training. Is this the way to go?
Follow me.
Very well, as you wish. And I sort of just turn to the other two like... And I sort of...
And he stops and he's like, them two.
Yeah, you too! I think you would like a word with all of us.
We'll all go together.
Sorry.
It'll be fine. It'll be fantastic.
I grab my cloak, I run back to her hall top. That's for the towel. Harry wears a towel.
Yeah, and I pull my hood up, ready to go into the rain.
So the guard takes you out into the street, and he sort of starts walking you through the streets. You're probably walking for sort of 15 minutes or so. Not really sure where you're going, what he wants with you.
How is he leading? Like...
He's just
on his own.
He's just on his own. He's in front of you, marching.
Yeah.
And periodically, he does just kind of have a quick look just to make sure you're still there.
Okay,
So he's not like pushing us from behind.
No.
fine. Under arrest. As we're walking, are there any like plant pots like out and about? Like sort of people with...
You're looking to discard.
So you do notice you're heading north for the most part. So yes, you do spot a few green areas that might be of use.
When I find one that is particularly memorable in my head,
Yep.
I would like to...
So make an investigation check. Is that that one?
No.
Oh.
No, so much better than that. That too. 4. They all look the damn same.
So you find a potted plant,
Yes.
and you think that it looks like there's like a very young, like an apple tree,
Yeah.
in this pot. It's probably sort of, this high off the ground,
Yeah.
but it's got quite a nice looking pot, and you think, sweet, that's the one.
Okay. As I sort of get there, I would like to pretend to trip over.
Okay.
So I'm going to sort of put my trident in front and be like accidentally like it's got caught on like a cobblestone or something like that, and just fall on the floor.
Okay.
And like as I fall, put my hand like I will have undone the pin,
Yeah.
have the pin in my hand here, and be like sort of as if I'm steadying myself on the pot.
Okay. So make a sleight of hand check.
Could be worse. Sleight of hand, 14.
Okay. So you successfully taken the pin off.
Yeah.
And he doesn't seem to have noticed.
Yeah.
And then make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, good lord. 12.
Okay. So
So
yeah.
not a glorious performance.
No, but
from me.
yeah, it's like, and the guards.
I'm sorry,
It's like, are you okay?
it is very wet out here, and I push my hand down into the soil, and I'm
So,
like,
to push it down.
to
Yeah,
push
yeah.
down, like, and I cast prestidigitation on my hand, sort of clean the soil up
Okay.
as well. And as I'm doing that, I also cast prestidigitation on where I put the mark to dirty it so it covers, so there's no glint of a pin. The soil is almost on there.
Okay.
To try and cover it. So I'm
To
doing
make it sort of dirty.
yeah, so sort of doing it to clean my hand, but at the same time dirtying. So casting it like twice.
Okay.
Very dirty hand. Sorry, it is very slippery. I will be more careful. Is it much further?
Yes.
It is much further.
Yes.
Oh, but I thought the garrison was only a little bit up north. That's what Gladney said last night.
We are not going there. Come on.
Where are we going, out of interest?
You'll see soon enough.
Is he
Now
actually-
keep up.
Is he actually wearing guard's
Mhm.
outfit? Is he
Purple
wearing-
dragon.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm just following some random bloke with a poster. Like, come on,
Yeah.
I'm here for the reward. These 3 people.
Yeah. And sort of as soon as he walks that way,
Yep.
he turns to face that way. I turn to you guys and I just sort of open up and show I'm not wearing my pin anymore.
A perception check for you guys. I'll give you advantage.
18.
Okay.
18.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of get the idea of what he's just done.
How big is the pin?
Sort of size.
Well, I'll swallow it.
And what? And once
I wouldn't. Yeah, it's obviously sharp as well, so
Yeah.
that's
I was
gonna.
going to say it was spiny, wasn't it? So.
It's like a pin
and
as
what-
well, so you're gonna have the pin back, and obviously it's an eye, so it's gonna be kind of pointy on the edges of the eye on both sides. And then you've got the little eyelashes sticking down as well, which again kind of pointy. So you don't want to swallow that, not really, because that's gonna cause some tearing.
It's terrible.
Either internally or on the way out. Just saying, you
What-
can if you want.
When I clock, I think they've seen it. I would then walk up to the guard and then try and just be like, well, you know, my name is Lysander. I feel at a disadvantage. What is your name? And just try and sort of distract him and basically that to make him just
You
focus
literally
on walking.
stops and he turns around to face you.
Yes.
And it's like, my name is not important to you.
This is quite a long name, but I will try and remember. Not important to you. Perfect.
Let's stifle a little laugh.
And he kind of scowls at you and puts his hand on his weapon.
What is that for? I'm having a
Can we
conversation.
continue on, please? It's very wet out here. I'm getting very wet.
I was merely trying to make small talk.
Follow me. He turns around and starts walking on it a bit further.
I sort of take a step back from my phone.
I'm going to try and look for anything that I can put the pin into, like a plant pot or, again, something memorable.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Nine.
9.
Not very mighty.
So as you're walking along, you're getting sort of a bit nervous that I'm going to be there any minute now, and I haven't got rid of this thing. And you see there's like a shortish kind of wall, and there's someone's garden on the other side, and you sort of think, I'm just gonna chuck it into the corner there or something like that. You think, that's I've got to do it now.
Is there any bushes in there? Can I see?
There's a few plants and things, yeah. Not a bush per se, but flowers.
I'm going to aim. I'm going to aim to throw it
So it's into
straight into a plant or
Yeah.
kind of into there,
Make an
and
attack roll.
take notice of where it is as well and my surroundings, so I can find my way back.
Yeah, attack roll.
Oh, nice. That's
No.
22.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, like sleight of hand check.
That's a 9.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of like do your best to kind of sneakily sweat.
Fiddler said 9, you panic and you put it in Faye's hood.
Nice.
Perfect.
That's not a 9. That's a nat 1.
I'd be throwing it into Faye's eye. Oh shit.
Wait a minute, Faye's got high hers, yeah. If she can.
So yeah.
So I managed to do it without. Okay. And I know exactly in my head where it is. And everything.
Oh, wait for him to get there and be like, they've been hiding these pins all the way along here. I've been watching them doing it. Damn it.
My rations that I have,
Uh-huh.
what kind of rations are they? Are they like MREs or are they a loaf of bread, things like that?
Probably like combinations of all those things.
Okay. Is there any that is particularly squidgy enough for me to press it into it without much outward sign of change? So if there's a bit of meat, can I tear it open, put it in and fold it back?
If you want to try that, that's fun.
No. But that's my idea. I'm going to leave
Okay.
off for a second. Just for a moment.
Okay. So a couple more moments pass. And the guard stops. And he opens a door to a house.
Do I recognise this house?
Nope.
Does it have any sigils on the outside?
Investigate. Well, perception check, I suppose.
11.
It just looks like a regular, normal 2-story house. Nothing too fancy, but again, not like a hovel or anything. It's just a middle class house, I suppose.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's kind of come, enter.
This is where we're going?
No, I've just opened the door and told you to go inside for no reason.
I run inside.
I walk straight in.
I like you already. And I'll walk in.
And the door closes behind you. The guard does not enter.
Okay.
So you are in a lounge. There is a fire burning in the fireplace.
I go over to the fire and try and get dry.
Yeah, I try to grind myself off as well.
Yeah, this is. So it's a reasonably nice home. There's a few chairs and a table, but nobody else is here.
Can I just have a listen to see if there's any other sounds coming from this house?
Okay, a perception check.
17. It's odd playing a non-perception character.
So you notice, or you can hear the distinctive kind of sounds of footsteps upstairs.
Okay.
On like the wooden floorboards.
There is someone upstairs? Oh. But surely they know we are here. I do not think we have the secrets from them.
Indeed. It's always best to be prepared.
I have my trident, I have my shield. Pretty well prepared.
When these guys have gone over to the fire, if I was to use a fighting spirit, can I just like heat myself up to dry myself off?
Does it actually make fire that burns?
That's just the flavour of how I use it.
Yeah, then no. You need actual heat to dry out.
I will.
I'm made of heat.
made of heat. You're made of skin.
Use precipitation to warm up 1 cubic foot of non-living material for an hour. So start warming up some like areas of your clothes, just like to try and warm you up a little bit.
1 cubic foot.
So is that reasonable size to try and warm up?
Yeah, I mean, you could
Just this
do that like
area, please.
I will warm you up.
That's nice. Thank you.
I mean, it says it always confuses me with this prestidigitation because it's a cantrip, so I can cast it as many times as I like.
Yeah.
But it says if you cast a spell multiple times, you can have up to 3 of its non-instantaneous effects active at a time. So that means I can only cast it 3 times. I can only have 3 things.
It depends
Active.
on what
Yeah.
effect you're doing. So, like, if you're making something dirty,
Yeah.
that's a non-instantaneous effect.
Yes. Okay. Fair. I will warm you up as much as I can.
Yeah.
With what I'm doing. So
Um,
I quite enjoy being a bit wet.
yeah. For you, it's it's fine.
I don't mind
I'll
it.
go put my back to the mantle of
You
the
probably
fire.
don't appreciate being wet that much.
Yeah, so
You probably don't. It's not
Okay.
comfortable,
And
but
I've-
it
and
doesn't
I've-
bother you.
Used to do
And
training
I've
in the
not
rain.
dried you, it's just warmer.
Yeah, and I don't want to give away that I don't like it, so if the fireplace is like this, I'll be stood like here,
Sure. Just
with
kind
my
of,
back to it.
just by the side,
yeah,
just kind of.
chilling against the
Yeah.
stone arch or whatever.
Yeah. Rain's
Is there
not
any?
a
Is there
problem.
stairs? Is there door?
Yeah, so you've got like the fireplace,
Mhm.
and then off to one side, the stairs almost go sort of above the fireplace.
Okay.
And they sort of go upstairs. And on the other side of the room, there is a single door leading to another room.
Okay, so I'm just going to have.
The door is closed, so you can't see into the other room. And obviously, there's the front door as well.
I'm going to get out a dart and just kind of play with it in my hand, just in case, ready.
Okay.
And I'll start on peace bonding my whip.
Okay.
Well, what are you doing? Why are you on peace bonding things? Why have you got the dart out?
I'm just. Well, I've unpeace bonded it, but it's still underneath my cloak.
We're literally in the house of some former purple dragon. Do you not think they will arrest you on the spot for having a weapon?
I'm just using it to pick my teeth.
He was clearly a purple dragon.
Yes.
He
Oh,
was
he
clearly
was?
a purple dragon.
I think you just said he was a normal guard.
No.
He was clearly a purple dragon.
Yeah.
Stop your nonsense.
Cleaning my nose.
That is a weapon. Where is the peace bonding on that? For God's sake, there are 7 rules. That is it. 7. Unbelievable.
I take the lead.
You take no heed.
I sort of stand away and I sort of stand clearly with my peace bonded.
Nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me.
So you're kind of waiting for sort of 10 minutes or so, and you do hear a few more noises from upstairs, footsteps, what sounds like a drawer or a cupboard opening and closing. But yeah, anything you guys want to do, or are you just going to wait?
I'll wait 5 minutes and then I'll loudly cough. But
I'm just gonna.
pretty much.
I'm just gonna.
RIP headphone users.
Sorry.
Question, this isn't Kaledni's house.
No.
So, who is Callisto?
Oh, I'm sorry, did I use the wrong name? It's Lysander. I was like, Florence. Lysander.
Ah, yes, of course, Lysander.
Certainly try.
I'm just gonna have a little search around the
And
room.
roll for initiative.
I'm just gonna
They must find me with a non-peace bonded weapon.
I'm peace bond my weapon.
No, 3 rounds.
Yeah, 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Well,
have a
3
little
rounds if you're moving, 2 rounds if you don't.
I'm just gonna have a little search around the room just to see what kind of things there are, to see if I can gain any information to if it's a male, if it's a female.
Right, Sherlock Holmes.
Exactly.
So
I can play
yeah,
40-year-old
there's
male,
so
isn't
the
it?
floors are wooden. There is a rug near the fireplace.
What kind of a rug?
Um,
Oh, rug.
a woolen rug.
Oh,
Nice.
whoa, ooh,
Oh.
fancy.
Yeah, well.
It's in like a swirly pattern.
Ooh.
It's not just a plain.
They are
It's not just a
obviously
plain
of the
rug,
type
it's
food.
It is on point.
And on the wall, there's an image, like a painting. There is it's of a mountain, and there is a large dark cave at the base of the mountain. And there's like a storm in the sky with a lightning bolt that's kind of striking the top of the mountain.
Do I recognise the mountain?
Make a history check.
It's got two peaks that go like this.
12.
No.
Are you staring to the point intently?
Yeah.
So when I notice you staring at it, I will cast precipitation to create a shower of sparks just from the point where the lightning strikes, just as you're staring intently.
What? What's that?
No. What? What? So what?
I've seen it.
You hear a
Do I recognise that chuckle as cheating? Or is it a male?
It is a male.
Where's the laugh come from upstairs?
I was going to say
For the most part, yeah.
But for the most part,
Well,
starts upstairs, then below, then
It's
surround sound.
yeah, it kind of echoes around quite a lot.
He has a solar system.
Sonos.
Oh, so you're watching us then?
And down the stairs walks Jabin.
Yeah.
And
Is this your charade?
I'm sorry, charade?
Getting one of the purple dragons to bring us here, thinking we were going to be in trouble.
You don't have to worry about him. I pay him well.
Did say that he had guards on the payroll.
Yes, I'm well aware of this, but why would you want to annoy a purple guard?
So I assume you've heard what's happened?
Yes.
We have heard on the grapevine something bad went down. We were not there, so what happened?
Well, I don't have all the details, as I wasn't there myself. Fortunately, otherwise I would have shared their fate as well. But everyone who was in the building
Yes.
has been arrested.
Everyone?
Yes. Even Erdo.
Even Erdo?
Even Erdo.
Yes.
Well,
How many people made it out? We told Fox in good time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he attempted to pay off some guards, but he paid off the wrong ones.
oh, Fox, what are you doing?
Where is he?
He is. I believe his sentence is 20 lashes.
And the sentence for the others?
So Erdo's been arrested.
Yes. And word is that you all had something to do with it.
Us? What could we have done? We didn't even know about that place till yesterday.
One of the patrons said that they'd seen you fraternizing with the guard and bringing them to the inn.
I was fraternizing with a guard, yes, for the mission that I had been sent on. I was not doing anything untoward. I was doing my job, which Erdo
And you
set me
thought it
on.
was a good idea to bring a guard
No,
to the guild headquarters.
no, we left quickly. I did not want her in there. There was a dwarf that caused a commotion and I got her out there quickly.
It wasn't that the guard It was broad daylight. She followed him.
You allowed a guard to follow
No,
you?
of course not. Of course not. I would never be so stupid to let someone follow me.
That's exactly what happened.
Not exactly what happened. I wanted to go on a date with her, and obviously using my wires, she fell for me quite quickly, as a lot of people do. And she wanted to meet up with me there and then. She did come to this place where I was, so I guided her away as quick as possible. But unfortunately, someone punched her in the face. And she...
Enough!
Okay.
We have been in this city for 15 years without any incidents. You're barely here for 15 minutes and you have brought ruin to us all.
Might I just add very quickly, if it were not for Raven, we would not have had the heads up that we did in order to help the guilds try and escape.
So, I'm assuming you don't have the Starburst pendant then, as you've fraternized with this guard. I assumed that your romantic involvement has yet to yield any tangible success.
I know how to get it, and I know where it is, and I could acquire it with reasonable confidence.
But not yet.
And you think that this affection goes both ways?
It was until someone punched her in the face, which is why she was so angry. I now have to start again.
Do you think you could utilize this relationship to secure Erdo's release?
Potentially, I can see what I can do and try and...
Ordinarily, we would really buy Erdo's freedom, but unfortunately, the city has taken all of our gold reserve. Even our account with the bank has been suspended.
Wow.
So there is no money?
No. Only what I have myself.
And is this place safe?
Yes.
Can you not get money from the other parts of the alliance? Was Erdo not just a regional? Surely there are other regions you can...
And admit our failure to the others? Are you insane? Are you inviting even more doom upon us?
I was just spitballing some ideas.
The way that these organizations work is that they eat each other when they are weak. Merchant lords of these lands, they're ruthless.
Well, we could fundraise, but I'm afraid the only way I know how to get money is to perform plays or shows and generate some money like that. But I do not feel this is quite right for this situation. Okay, I will stop talking now.
Yes. Jalen.
The guild leader is coming here in 4 days to collect the pendant from Erdo.
So, Erdo needs to be free, and we need the Starburst amulet in 4 days.
Yes.
Let's see. If I may check the facts very quickly. Fox is in for 20 lashes.
Mm-hmm.
Erdo is being detained indefinitely.
I believe there will be a trial for him.
At what time? It's not been announced.
No. I would imagine in a few days. Once the investigations are completed and the evidence is compiled,
Which is
a member of the court will be assigned to him, and he will make his case before the king. Then the king will decide his fate.
and the evidence is quite insurmountable.
It doesn't look good.
Jailbreak.
Well, I have
You're quite good at jailbreaks, though, aren't you?
I have another suggestion.
Please, pray tell.
Should Urzo not make it to trial for any reason, then that would make me the new regional director. Of course, I would pardon all of you for your somewhat inexcusable actions, but if you could set this right, then I would have no problem with rewarding you for your loyalty.
Let's see where you're coming from now.
That is not an option.
Oh, come now, don't be so hasty.
She's literally just staring at Java now.
Why is this not an option? It seems quite good.
I mean, your colleagues seem very interested in my proposition.
You have a neck for jailbreaks, do you not?
I mean, there possibly might be ways to get him out, but it's not really in my interest now, is it?
I mean, I never really liked this other fellow anyway.
Nobody does. I mean, have you seen his face? Yeah.
He clearly knew things about you. He clearly things you do not want other people finding out.
Yes.
4. Just saying.
Don't ever say that name again.
Apologies, but this other fellow person knew it, so I apologize, but he knew it. What else do you think he knew? He knew stuff about me that not many people know. Clearly not somebody who was...
Which is why we need him alive.
Or we don't need him alive. The dead cannot tell secrets.
See, your friend's getting it. Smart one, that. Shame about you, though. You want him telling all your secrets? Everything about your past?
My past is nothing to you. My past
Nothing
is
to me, but to
My
Ergo.
past is because of you.
No.
Yes.
Your past is firmly your past.
Don't you dare shrug responsibility of what you did to me.
I have done nothing to you. I am merely helping you to realize your potential.
You took my potential from me.
No. That is not the way of things. You are mistaken. If it wasn't for me, you'd be dead now.
You came to me because of your employer. If it wasn't for your employer, I would be dead now. Not you. And I'll turn around.
Apologies, we struck a nerve, I think. What?
You'll have to excuse For. She is somewhat...
I will turn around and I'll whip him across the face.
with your... Oh, yeah, okay. Make an attack roll.
It went 19-1.
Nat 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so you sort of... And as the whip sort of comes out, he just very quickly pulls out a dagger, whooshing, and your whip gets cut in half.
Her name is Feora. Please use her name correctly.
You're brave. That may save you yet. He puts his dagger away.
I think we could all do with a drink of some kind and just maybe we sit and talk about a potential plan of action. You've been very quiet, Raven. Please join in the conversation.
Yes.
I would suggest that you consider my proposal carefully.
I think there may be many different options.
I
here.
will, please, the kitchen is through here. You may help yourself to anything you desire. Do not leave until I've said it's okay.
Very well, we will not.
This is for your safety, not mine. I have some things to tend to upstairs. I will return later. And he just kind of tips his hat.
Malay.
Like looking at it.
Yeah,
Facing
he
you.
literally just kind of looks at you and is like, and just walks off up the stairs.
Well, can I get anyone something to drink at all? I sort of rummage through the cupboards.
Yeah, you find a selection of assorted beverages.
I would find the most expensive one I can find.
Okay.
And I'll go over and I'll pick up the other half of my leg.
Yeah, he's cleanly
Gapped
just
it.
cut it clean in half.
As I'm getting this, I sort of pour a drink and then I pull out a piece of parchment and
Yep.
a quill and I write a message on the thing.
Okay.
And I sort of finish writing it. I hand it to Raven first and I'm saying, yes, I think we should really consider what he is saying. I think it is something that I don't think it's such a bad idea. I think potentially getting rid of this Arthur fellow is potentially something good.
What's it say?
And I've sort of written on the parchment.
Yep.
He's probably listening. I have a plan, but we can't discuss it now.
Fair.
Yes, I think that's a really good idea. I think we should most definitely think of that kind of idea. Yes.
I
And I
just
just do produce flame to burn the note
Fair.
after I read it.
I just think I know you have. He is a bit of a dick, but for the moment, he's probably our best course of action.
you hear like a shuffling of some like
Yeah.
like a cupboard or a drawer
Yeah.
or something. It's like
But this is
This-
probably
clearly he's
Yeah.
he's been listening and he's heard you call him a dick and he's not particularly happy.
this is probably our best course of action. We can get back in the guild. We can earn favor with potentially the person who's going to be the new director.
At the very least, we get this pendant. That was what we were doing.
Perfect. I think we focus on getting with that. So I think back to the original plan. Go to the guards. I can then go to Kalifne and say I have tried joining the guards. Try and build a bit more of a rapport with her.
That's a good idea.
And see if we can build from there.
Maybe we can, within the guards, find out more about where they put Erdo. If we can try and get, if there's any other ways of,
Potentially, I think
just all the different ways.
cover all bases.
Exactly.
Yes. If we find out where he is, we could kill him.
Exactly.
Yes. Obviously, that is
Mhm.
what we would
Well,
want
yes,
to
that's
do.
what I was thinking.
Kill him. Yes,
Nice.
this is lovely.
Poison in the food, something like this. If we
Poison in the wine.
Yes.
Speaking of which, lovely wine.
Mm.
It's a very nice home, this home.
A few minutes later, Jabin comes back down the stairs, and Is that so? Are your discussions going well? Have you decided to accept my proposal?
Yes, I think we have. We will go with your proposal, and we will ensure that Ozo is not here when the head of the alliance comes.
Yes, it would be most beneficial to all of us.
Yes. We will focus on getting the pendant back for you.
Well, this is a secondary thing at the moment.
Okay.
We really need to sort out this business with Erdo. The longer he is in their custody, the more he will be interrogated, and the more information that may be compromised. Identities of people and places, and
Very well, I see.
you see what I'm saying. So we do need to take care of that as a matter of urgency.
No, very well.
So I would suggest that you get to it straight away. I have some more errands to run. So
Just very quickly, I've been drinking a lot of wine this morning. Is there a toilet I can use somewhere?
yes, of course, just through here.
Thank you very much. Toilet.
So you're speaking now.
So even you, Feora, you have decided this is you've decided to help us.
I'm just completely blanking him.
I think she's ignoring you. Women. But I think your plan, yes, we'll go ahead with it, and then maybe in future we'll gain good stead with the guild with you as regional director.
Indeed, I will ensure that you're well compensated for your assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Guild leader 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
Which is the same as the original
Is the-
deadline.
yeah.
Yes, that would be good.
Perhaps Feora can look for the stone while you two eliminate Erdo, as I'm sensing some resistance to the plan from this end.
So you said stone, do you mean pendant?
Pendant, yeah.
Well, I think the pendant, the main chance of getting the pendant is Lysander here. I am Callisto.
Yes, Sophie.
Very well. I'll let you proceed at your discretion. Callisto,
Yes.
I am placing you in temporary command of this unit. Do not let me down.
Very well. I will do my best. Are you okay with that? So looking about you.
Fine.
Not paying any attention.
She's
Very well. I don't think I can.
being grumpy.
Okay. As you wish.
And goes over to the door and opens the door. It's like it's been an interesting meeting.
Yes.
I will let you get to it, as time is of the essence, and I also have other matters
Of course.
to attend to.
Go out and
When I hear them walking out, I'll follow them out.
Okay. Rain's died down somewhat at this point. It's not like full on pelting it down. It's just kind of more of a heavy shower.
Is the guard that led us there, is he still there or is he gone?
He's gone.
Okay, so we can walk back to our own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just want to go get your badges.
Probably a good idea.
See. Let's head back to the inn and regroup there.
Yes, I think that is a good idea.
Yes, definitely.
I will try and find my pin. Well, I'm not overly fussed, but I'm not going to spend ages on it.
Make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Ah, boo.
Likewise.
Just a normal investigation check for you.
Yuck. 3. There are so many trees.
Can I try and
You swear there was an apple tree, but you cannot find it for love nor money anymore.
Someone's
All you are
moved
finding
it.
is like roses and.
because I wasn't trying to do what they were doing, and could I potentially have tried to help them spot where it is on the way back? No.
Not with the snap one.
3.
3.
Yeah.
So you're like you kind of leant over this wall and you're kind of like trying to figure out, and an elderly person with a rake comes running at you. He's like, "Get out of here! Get out!" And he takes a bit of a swing at you. Get off my land!
Run off, but know where it is so I can come back at later.
He's obviously a groundskeeper of some kind. Did not take particularly kindly to you rustling around in his plants.
Fancy rushing around in this bush.
Yeah, I
Unbelievable.
suppose rushing around.
And you arrive back at the inn a few
Um,
minutes later.
So,
Have you... Out of character, Mary, have you still got your pin?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's in my boob.
as you do.
Well, I think we should talk about this, but
I'll need to go back to my room to
should we meet?
try something.
Should we meet in my room in half an hour?
Yes. Hardwick, whatever his name is, Hawklin.
Auckland.
Yes,
Apologies. It's
yes,
still-
ma'am.
it's
May I help you?
Still pretty dreadful out there. Do you have any towels for ourselves?
No, your friend used my only spare.
Our apologies then. Any damages to the carpet we'll pay for. The cleaning, of course.
Of course you will. And he's already sort of watching you, also dripping over the carpet.
I literally cast precipitation on the carpet and just start cleaning it.
Fair enough.
So people, sorry.
He kind of looks at you and says, "Well,
Apologies.
good. Yes, this is better."
Good. I'm glad. Well, I need to go change. So I'll go straight to my room.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah. Same. Going to
Okay.
change clothes. Dry the others.
So, Theora.
Yep.
You're in your room.
I will take out the badge,
Yeah.
and I'll just throw it against the pillow. You know when
Yep.
you throw something in anger, but you don't want it to break.
That's a soft thing.
And I'll just fling it into the pillow. It's like, fucking bastards! And
Good lord, what language?
Perception check for both of you.
Perception check. 19.
You heard that through the wall,
12.
and so did you.
Nah,
It is right.
You still hear it.
and I'm just there, like, in a fiery rage, just like, "Ah!" And, I just sort of hold up my whip, the two little bits. Take it in half, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just start sobbing into it.
Okay.
I've lost my whip.
Funny something like mending.
You don't have anything, do you?
Well, maybe, who knows?
After a little bit, I will find some indistinct place to put the pin, like up and under the bed,
Yeah, sure.
between a slat and the
Yeah,
mattress,
yeah.
or I'll take a dagger
Yeah.
and just cut into the mattress
That's
on
done.
a slat,
Yeah.
so that I can put it into the mattress.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. Fine.
Okay. And then put my whip in my bag and head into Callisto's room.
I will have written a note as well, just when people walk in, and I will hand it to them, which just basically says, is everything basically, like, you know, in the airport, like, have you packed all your own items? Like, is everything you're wearing yours? Jabin or the hand haven't given you anything, and just hand it to you to make sure that before you come in, like, everything is your own, nobody's touched it, or like nobody's given you something that you've forgotten about.
Paranoia.
I know how these things work. I've been spied on before.
I'll take my bag and I'll go put it back in my room.
Oh.
Just to be safe. So with all of my stuff apart from my armour and sword and shield.
I am butt naked.
I have nothing that anyone has ever given me ever.
Let's screw you. He said grumpy.
Moody.
That. Yep. All good?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for playing along so well. I just thought he's probably listening. I have dealt with people listening in on me before. I do not like it, and it is very hard to detect until. So I tend to find it's best just have the stuff you know is yours, and there's no way it could be tampered with.
Yes. Jabin is a incredibly slippery character.
So am I right in thinking you would not mind if Jabin was out of the picture?
He can be out of the picture, but he still needs to suffer for what he's done.
Well, I think I can get into Safar. So, obviously we have been working for the Shadow Alliance. I have barely known them, not a week, and they are wanting me to...
It's been 3 days.
Well, I met Jabin I met Jabin about a week ago.
Ah,
So, yes, the Shadow Alliance, absolutely, but Jabin I met a week ago, and I feel I'm being asked to do things that I'm not 100% comfortable with. So, my thought was, potentially, as I have managed to make a little bit of headway with Kaletne, I go to her and I confess what has happened with us. I will allow myself to be interrogated, and so she can check what I'm saying is true. And then we offer her and the Purple Dragons the chance to capture Jabin and the head of the Shadow Alliance when he is arriving in 4 days. That way they will be caught, they will be arrested, and I'm sure Jabin will suffer for everything he has done.
so will everybody else.
Who is everybody else? I do not know the Shadow Alliance.
Fox and Rue.
Fox has got his punishment. He cannot get any more, probably. He's gonna get his 20 lashes. There is nothing we can do about that. I am saying we take down the person who is responsible, the head of this entire organization.
But they're a big organization, and I'm sure if they found out that we did that, we would be watching our backs for the rest of our lives.
We are going to be watching our backs either from the Purple Dragons or from the Shadow Alliance, whichever way we go. If we end up stealing that amulet pendant from Kaladne, it's going to be pretty obvious who did it, most probably. And I will be honest with you, I do not want the Purple Dragons chasing me my entire life.
I have a good point.
I am someone who needs to be out in the open. I make a living from it, sir. I cannot hide it. I will not do anything that you do not want to do. It was just an idea I had.
From what we've learned so far,
Mm-hmm.
we've never heard of the Shadow Alliance before Jabin.
No.
Okay. So we don't know whether they're a particularly good or bad organisation. Because all that he told me is they are an up and rising merchant guild.
Of sorts, yeah.
Don't really know anything, but
I mean, you're
JB's
able to
helped me.
reasonably deduce that there are multiple regions
Yeah.
to have regional leaders,
Yep.
and obviously, so they're obviously not just like in one city. They're probably in various places throughout throughout Faerun. The what you saw when you went sort of downstairs in the inn in the Fox's Heart is that everything that was sort of there was very professional.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was just so, and everything there had a purpose, and it all kind of tied into each other. So one thing led to another, which led to another, which led to profit, and
Yeah.
it was always, everything was very sort of well organised, and you could kind of see
But
it wasn't some little.
Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
It wasn't like some little janky startup
Yeah, like,
somewhere.
it-
They'd obviously been going a little while. Probably
15 years.
Probably, yeah,
years.
exactly.
This-
They've been in this city for
Yeah.
15 years without an incident.
And we knew they're not good in terms of they were talking about if you need items fencing, like so, like yeah.
So yeah, they
personally, I feel I get the inkling that they're a little bit nefarious.
so yeah, you obviously there was things about fencing.
and
Jabin's
Urzo,
just asked you to kill someone.
and Urzo,
Jabin has.
So Jabin's asked you to kill Erdo.
and
Erdo's
Urzo
asked
was,
you to steal things.
and Urzo was laughing when he said, "Oh, we survived the trial. A lot of people don't, so he's quite happy." So from my point of view, he's quite willing to send people to his death. So I'm like, this alliance.
So
Look, and
that's kind of things you would
Yeah.
have kind of things you kind of would have just kind of assumed along the way.
I am just saying this is a potential that if this alliance is bad news, it could be cut off at the head. And I do not know anything about this guild. It is quite new for me, but I would imagine if the leader goes, yes, someone will replace him, but it will take time, and there will be, I would imagine, infighting for the leadership position or something.
But the thing with taking down such an organisation is that you don't know what will replace it.
No, I do
It
not.
could be much, much worse.
Yes, but the much, much worse might not be after us. We might have time to do something else and do something a little bit more fulfilling. Maybe not quite as illegal. I mean, I don't mind doing the odd illegal thing every now and again, but I would like to mainly stay above the law.
yes. That's what
I mean, I know I've only just met you, but I am mainly quite law-abiding. I will be a little bit...
Do you want anything?
No.
This is not room service?
No.
Who is it?
It's me, Kaladne.
2 seconds.
Lysandra, is that you?
Yes, it is me.
Oh, may I come in?
Yes, my friends are in here. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just and the door opens and
Come on in.
And she comes in.
My friends from the place. When you said I needed to find somewhere, I thought I'd better get my friends out of there as well.
Oh yes, I'm glad I found you. I was getting worried.
I apologize. We were all going to go to the garrison today, but the weather, it was.
Oh yeah,
very nice.
it tends to get called off on days like this. So.
We headed out, which is why we're so drenched.
Oh,
That's weird.
yeah,
Decided
that's
against it.
yes. Sorry about that. I should have probably mentioned the weather thing, but I'm happy to see that you're okay, and you'll be happy to hear that I sent an entire detachment of my best troops into that inn, and they've all been arrested, and many of them will be executed.
Executed? What in that place?
Oh yes, we
I
have found many, a great deal of evidence around various nefarious acts that these people were doing.
within that place. I know it was a bit rough, but I did not think there was that going on.
Well, no, not just the inn itself was not necessarily bad, but in the basement there was a nefarious guild operating from out there. They have been responsible for a number of murders of various high-ranking nobles and merchants within the city.
I sort of look at these guys like.
The leader, a man named Erdo, actually may also have been partially responsible for the death of my father. So I'm quite keen to see some justice.
And he is going to be executed as well?
Well, as for the king to decide, but if it is found that he has had some part to play in regicide, then
And you are
execution is the least he will have to worry about.
And you are certain these people are involved with murders?
Oh yes, we found various documentation that Erdo had made, cataloguing various activities and contracts that he himself had signed and hired assassins to assassinate these people. And we have found accounting ledgers with money statements going in and out from various other nefarious places that we have found. And
Just to check, good lady.
I'm glad that you didn't get caught up in that. That's why I suggested that you left. I knew you weren't anything to do with any of this stuff, so I didn't want you to get caught up, if you know what I mean.
Well, thank you.
Just to check one thing that you said there. Your father was killed and it was regicide.
Well, not specifically. It is commonly known that my father fell in battle against in the last war against the goblins and orcs, but he was not in his best form during that battle, due to a special compound that was found in his blood after he died, an extract from a very rare plant, and actually we have found a supply of this plant in the guild.
But just to,
And given the rarity of the plant, it hardly seems a coincidence, don't you think?
but just to check, your father was the king.
Yes.
Oh, that's news to me. That's why I was.
Your
a bit...
father was the king?
Yes.
I immediately go down on
My
one knee.
sister is the current regent.
I immediately go down on one knee. And,
I like curtsy as well.
I am so
no,
sorry.
no.
We have broken the rules. You must bow, and every time you meet, I'm so sorry. I did not know you were royalty. I know.
I don't really go with all that. I'm a soldier first.
The smirk just
Um,
falls on Feora's face.
my sister's much more respectful of those rules. I'm more than happy to just be a soldier.
You fight for the people.
Yes.
Sister, she is Alucer, is that?
Yes, you've heard of her. Of course, you
yes.
have. She's the regent.
I've been in Cormier a little while, so
Yeah, she's the regent until my my brother comes of age.
Yes.
He is very young though, so that may be a number of years yet. But Alistair is doing a great job, and she has a respect of a great many of the nobles and merchants. So, the threat from the orcs and goblins has reduced substantially since she took over. So,
And what of the people of the inn who were not part of this guild?
we've investigated most of them, and most of them are just small-time people, nothing of any significance. So most of them have been let go.
Was the inn owner part of it? He seemed very nice for us. I think Feyor, she took quite a liking to him.
It's redheads, you see.
I can't say too much, but yes, he obviously is perfectly aware of this guild that is in his basement, so he will be punished appropriately.
Is that?
Not generally, no. Whilst he himself has not necessarily committed any of these more serious crimes, harbouring known fugitives does carry a penalty of sorts.
Of course.
Usually some lashings and a fine of some kind. Perhaps community service or something like that. Is for the king to decide, but I would imagine most certainly he'll receive at least 20 or 30 lashes, I would think, and probably a fine of 1,000 gold or maybe more, depending on the king's mood.
Very well. No, I'm sorry. It was such serious business. I'm very glad we got out of there when we did.
Yes. Right.
I'm sorry if you've been looking for me all day.
It's okay. I've been very busy.
How was your face? You took a couple of good hits last night.
Yeah, you can see on one of her cheeks. You can see there's quite a nice bruise. She's kind of tried to sort of cover it up a little bit with like some warm makeup.
Sorry, we couldn't get to it.
But you can still tell there's a pretty nasty bruise there. But again, she's in her full sort of armour and everything, so the sides of the helm come down, so you can't see too much, but you know it's there, and you can kind of see. You know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
You know what to expect. You kind of look and go, oh yeah, okay. It's because you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious. You might just think it's a bit of dirt otherwise, sort of thing. She's like, well, I was just, I just thought maybe, perhaps we could all, I could thank you all this evening. Perhaps I could invite you to my home for some dinner.
Yes, that would be lovely.
That would be most gracious.
Is there one of I'll cook for you something my mother used to make, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You all eat meat, yes?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Crispier the better.
Okay. This probably won't be particularly crispy, but I'll see what I can do.
Charcoal.
Get some fuel from somewhere.
Well, Lysander, you know where I live, so
Yes.
See you there at 8.
What time is it now?
It's about 1.
Perfect. 8 seems good.
Yes, it is good for me. We'll look forward to it most suitably.
I'm glad you found yourself a nicer establishment.
This place is a lot nicer.
Oh yeah, this is I'm somewhat surprised they let you in, but
They do need more towels, though.
Okay. I'll mention it.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're discussing it with Fiona. He seems to like me.
Yeah, Hawklin's a nice gentleman. He'll look after you well. They're usually quite particular about their clientele, so just it's a bit of a step change to your previous choice of venue.
We are on our best behaviour.
I'm not insinuating that you wouldn't be anything but I'm glad that you got out safely. I did notice you weren't in amongst all the people that were arrested, and I just thought I would come and check. Once in a while we do get people who resist arrest, and things happen. It's unfortunate. I just wanted to. I was just hoping, praying that you, that none of you were one of them, as you did help me quite graciously yesterday, and I'm very appreciative of that. So
I take a little step
It's our
forward.
pleasure.
I take a little step forward. I don't sort of go to hold her hand or anything, but I take a little step forward and just sort of, that is very kind of you. Thank you. To know you were thinking about me and us. Sorry, all of us.
yeah, yes, all of you, yes. And she's more. Her eyes are just kind of focused on you, just like, yes, everyone.
Fantastic. Well, we will all be there this evening at 8 o'clock.
Yes, that sounds great. I look forward to seeing
Yes.
you both,
Raven.
and
Feora.
Feora. Okay. I will see you this evening.
Yes.
Thank you.
And she turns and walks out, closes the door.
I wait about 30 seconds. And I'm like,
We have to tell her. We have to tell her.
She is a talker. She rambles and rambles and rambles.
probably why we get on so well.
I can't go into much detail. She went into a lot of detail there, didn't she? My
Just
goodness.
the smallest little bush, and she just talked about everything. I love it. I love it.
She was so open and honest. I cannot lie to her. I cannot keep lying.
Well, the other option is we get ill and you go by yourself. I think it'd be better if it's not all of us ganging up telling the truth. It's just you.
But I think I think it might be better if she's now met you properly, not in the context of someone punching her and you're there going hello. I think it might be better if we all reveal, because if I confess, the first thing she will do is go, where's the other two? Let's find them.
Oh yes, another thing as well is who still has their pin?
Not me.
Not me.
So where's the evidence that we've been in this organisation?
Right there.
Yes, but you're not wearing it right now, are you?
No, it's I'm pointing to my
Oh,
boot,
I
but
see.
you saw me steal it. But you don't know that it's
Pin
not
to
there.
her boot.
Ah, I see. That would... Yes, but I can also show evidence, and I sort of cast prestidigitation and make the sort of trinket appear.
Okay.
It can last for 6 seconds. But I can be like I can show evidence that I've seen these things and we know of them. I just think honesty is the best policy at the moment. And now that we know she's a bloody princess,
Tout à l'heure.
Jesus Christ.
Zut alors!
Ah, mais tout à fait.
Okay, I'll go along. I'll go along with you.
I would much rather piece off this alliance than royalty.
If she is as honest and as heartwarming as the rest of her family, this kingdom will be better in their hands.
Yes.
They have always been fair from what I've heard about them. I'm sure she will be upset, and
And much more
I am-
on board.
I am happy to take the brunt of this if you wish. I will.
No, we're all in it together.
Together.
Okay. It is nice having.
Let's fucking kill Jaden.
Well, we can discuss a plan, because before we were interrupted, my plan was we tell her what has happened. She can find a way of because I had two options. Either I thought she could fake Urzo's death potentially to make Jabin feel comfortable, and then he will invite what's his face. We make a fake amulet with some form of spell to see what is going on. So we can. I've seen these scrying spells and things like that. So something where we can.
She may even give us the amulet as bait.
It is quite precious. Her father gave it to her. I think she'd be better doing a fake one.
Well, she may even have a fake one.
I think there may be a way that we could probably commission a copy.
Potentially, this is what I was thinking, and then they have a way of tracking, and maybe if they want to capture them, then they can. If not, they could potentially wait for him to go back to his lair. But we present this as an option and see what they say.
Yes.
Yes.
Truth. The truth is often better.
Yes.
I mean, I don't mind the occasional white lie, just to get certain things that you want. But in the grand scheme of things, it's
What's your name?
My name is not important.
Now we know why names. Let's not bring names into this.
Oh, I was talking about Alexander.
Yes. Sorry, I will tell her my name is Callisto.
Yes.
Although I quite like Lysander, it's quite a nice name. It's got a ring to it. Lysander. Lysander Wave Walker. Can I change my name? Is that something you can do?
You can be whoever you want to be.
Lysander. Which do you prefer, Callisto or Lysander?
I prefer Callisto.
Callisto? Okay.
Yes. I think it's quite nice how Callisto and Calatne.
Callisto and Calatne. Very true. Very true. That is quite a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Okay, I will be Callisto.
Fair. Okay, so you're going to have a few hours to kind of get done whatever you need to get done.
Clothes.
Is there anything specific you want to do?
I'll fix my whip!
I might need some better clothes.
Yes, if we're going to a posh dinner, I will need some very nice clothes. Good lord.
Shopping! I have some very nice clothes.
I'm a bit shopping in this town yet.
I'll put on my fine clothes.
Okay.
I'll start getting ready for that.
Yep. Okay. So, whip or clothes first?
Clothes first.
Okay.
We're down to 2 viewers. We did have 4 at one point.
Oh. Okay. So, you.
James, you don't understand D&D. You can't just call for rolls that don't make sense.
Sure you can.
He said roll for clothing check.
Oh, nat 20? What a waste of a nat 20. I have clothes.
Yeah.
Yes, your clothes are fine.
But they already were fine. The D&D handbook says they're fine.
Well, now they're definitely fine.
Fine.
Yes, that's what I said. Fine.
Fine.
Boo! What was the name of the king?
Azun the Fifth.
Azun.
Azul. The fifth.
Azun.
Azul. Oh, I thought you said Azul. Okay.
Azun the Fifth. But he is a
no
baby.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so it's Azun the Fourth who was killed.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Azun the Fifth is the rightful heir. But Alusair is the regent.
Yeah.
ALUS.
But they still seem to refer to the ruler, even though it's a woman in this case. So they don't call her regent; they still call her king, which is weird. But it's one of the weird customs of Cormier.
So it is actually. Yeah.
Fine clothes of 15 gold.
Oh, was that one that you looked at?
No, I would have got it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you head to the clothing shop, the
Yep.
Golden Thimble,
Yep.
and you just want some regular fine clothes, or
Regular fine clothes.
yep. I'm guessing not then.
No.
Okay.
I'll have slightly better than regular fine clothes.
Right, slightly better.
So you want some kind of fancy clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not anywhere near what I was used to.
It's going to be off the shelf though, because you won't have time to get it made.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, you find some fancy clothes. The 25 gold.
Excuse me? Sir?
Yes, madam.
Madam? Excuse me, madam. Your name, sorry?
My name is Maria.
Very lovely to meet you, Maria.
Well, nice to meet you. Would you like a bag for that?
I'm afraid just at the moment I'm a tad shy of 25.
Aren't we all?
Oh, but you don't look a day over 21, my dear. Would you perhaps be willing to go for 24?
Persuasion check.
What a discount.
How much under? 9?
9.
I will always be returning here.
Sure. It's been a slow day. Why not?
Oh, you are fantastic, Maria. Thank you so much.
24 gold.
24 gold. Do you have tailoring services as well? Do you make?
Oh,
dresses?
of course. I can do anything you need to order. Just obviously takes a little bit of time, but yeah, I can make you whatever you need.
Brilliant. I will be returning when I have slightly more money, and I will pay back the gold that you so kindly offered today.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it too much, but yeah, if you need anything at all, come and see me, and we'll get you dressed perfectly, so you dazzle everyone with that marvelous hair.
I'm so looking forward to working with you. The time always favor on you, and I shall see you next time.
Good journey.
And I get out of the shop.
Do they have anything in there of what I'm kind of wearing but a bit nicer?
No,
What kind of stuff would they?
because you've got a gi on, basically,
Yes.
haven't you? No. There is no such thing as a fine gi or a dress. I suppose, no,
Get a
no.
kimono.
There is no dress gis. Gis are designed to be functional attire.
It is.
They are not for prancing around in ballrooms and stuff in. No,
Gee whiz, mister.
you'll have to wear some proper clothes.
Okay. Do they have any thing that's not too fancy? Just
So you just want
nicer?
some regular fine clothes.
Exactly.
Yep, they're 15 gold pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'll take them. Now, what colour do they have them in?
Is there a particular colour you would like? Got quite a nice brown suit here, sir.
Emerald brown. Yes, I'll go with that one.
Okay. And she just kind of eyes you up a bit and selects the appropriate size off of the rack and places it in a bag for you.
And 15 gold.
15 gold.
Why do you think I went down to 24 gold?
We're all really poor now.
I think so. Okay. Where next?
To the. Well, I'm not doing anything between getting ready and taking a
I've
sec.
literally gone to the restaurant and I've come back.
Okay. So I've got ready to
All done?
make sure everyone's there. And I go down to Hawklin and say, excuse me, Hawklin, when it is weather like this, is there anything we can use to protect ourselves from the rain? It's very frustrating. I don't want to keep coming back. As you can see, I am dressed quite nicely.
Yes. One of the blacksmiths has made an interesting contraption. It's called a shield pole.
Shield ball?
Shield pole.
Pole. Okay.
That's an umbrella.
And he pulls one out, and it's essentially a long stick with a shield
Shield
on the
on
top. And it's just like a round shield.
This would work.
It's like you hold it, and it shields you from the rain.
That is very
That's
clever.
very clever.
Yeah.
Yes.
The blacksmith just down the way makes them.
How heavy are
They're not particularly light. They're basically like a medium-sized shield on a metal pole.
Well, you've given me an idea. I have a shield. I potentially could just carry mine over the top like that and protect me a little bit.
Yeah. This is just a bit more elegant, I suppose. Is it?
Very good. Good, because we cannot arrive soaking wet. We must make a good first impression.
they? Yes. Yes. Just thinking. You can't do a spinning kick to throw all the air away.
Deflect rain.
Yes.
Is it still raining outside then?
It's died down mostly. It's kind of a light drizzle
Okay.
now.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and create with my hammer and my cloak
Mm-hmm.
over the top of it, and then try and kind of create kind of a cloak thing so to go underneath it.
What the?
To shield me from the rain.
Well, that's what the shield's for.
He doesn't have a
I
shield.
don't have a shield.
Oh, I see.
Because the guy's just gone, here's one, blacksmith's down there.
Yeah. This is mine.
Yeah, pretty much. So they're still trying to come up with their own wits.
Okay, you can try that.
How much money does everybody have left?
I have lots of money left. Of course. Why'd you ask?
Perhaps we could rent a carriage or such to ferry us to the.
I've been cooped up all day. I like to stretch my legs and yes, I think it would be nice to have an evening stroll. It is not raining too much.
But would you like me to summon a carriage for you, Ernst?
Yeah, I mean, if you two wish, but I shall be walking this evening. I wish to stretch my legs.
As you wish.
How much would they be to the northern district?
Probably 3 or 4 copper.
Maybe we could get a carriage.
If you were going to a further distance, obviously the cost increases exponentially the further you go. But
Yes.
carriages within the city are
We could
not
get a carriage,
particularly
definitely.
expensive.
That's probably a better idea than this.
Yes. And the carriages to help people get to the door, do they have a shield pole as well?
What do you think I have this shield pole for?
Oh, to help us outside. Into
Exactly.
the carriage. Oh, you've thought of everything, haven't you?
Well, we do our best. We are trying to be one of the finer establishments here in Cormier.
And you're doing a fantastic job.
Why, thank you.
Buttering in as much as I can.
Butter.
Is there anything else that anyone wishes to do?
No, I am ready to go.
Really, I feel a bit awkward, but I'm ready. I'm not used to wearing so many clothes.
So yeah, Hawklin walks out. He's like, gives a whistle, and the carriage kind of pulls up. and he's got the shield pole, and he's puts his hand out to kind of take your hand and lead you into the.
Yeah. As I do, I'll put 3 silver in his hand.
Ladies first, and after you, please, I insist.
Thank you, Callisto.
And, you'll get into the carriage, and the carriage heads off, and you arrive a couple of minutes later.
Yeah.
Outside.
On time, right?
Yeah. Outside the home of Kaladne.
I think we should confess quite early. I think get it out of the way. If we're going to get thrown into jail, let's get it out of the way.
The dinner functions I have been to, there is some preamble, some welcoming before the food is ready. There is always a lead time with when somebody arrives.
I'm quite hungry though.
Also, I also thought, if it is like a dinner party where there are lots of people, maybe we do not confess there and then. We come back tomorrow when it is just us.
Yes. We only do it with it.
I think it would be just us.
I assume so, but
when I was getting changed, I picked up the pin again and stashed it in my cleavage.
So you've got it with you. Okay.
I would assume so, but let's just see.
Okay. And so you head through the gates to her front door, and after a couple of moments, a butler answers the door. He's like, yes.
Good evening. We are here for dinner with the lady of the house, Miss Kaladne.
Ah, yes. This way. And he opens the door wide and ushers you in. If any of you have any weapons, they must be placed in this container over here.
No weapons.
I've got one with me.
Okay.
I leave my camera
Fine. He kind of closes the trunk. It's big, like a big wooden trunk, and all your stuff's gone in there. There's no lock on it or anything, but it's just like a big
It's in
wooden
a
trunk.
like closet to the side.
It's more like a proper like treasure chesty type trunk with a lid, and yeah, all your weapons and stuff
Oh,
gone in there.
3 copper for the carriage.
Yes.
I'll take that off.
Fair. And he takes you through to quite a grand dining room. The table in here will probably comfortably fit about 18 or 20 people. Again, there's a couple of quite large sort of crystal chandeliers, and there's a couple of other servants setting the table, silver plates, fine cutlery, some nice flower arrangement in the middle.
How many people does it look like it's set up for?
Just you 3.
Okay. Just us 3, not even.
And her as well.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 4
Okay.
table settings.
So I sort of look at you guys like. I think it's just us. Did you bring the?
It's right here.
And the butler, it's like, may I interest you in a beverage?
Yes, please. I was wondering if you potentially had any. I forget the name. Give me 2 seconds. I'll try. Remember you two? Can you think of anything you want to drink?
They had some of the thing. Was it orchid wine?
Yes.
A glass of that, please.
Very well. And for you, ma'am?
I think it was orchid wine. Didn't write it down. The same thing I had back in my solo story.
What is that, ma'am?
Solo story.
Orchid wine would be lovely if it's not too imposing, good sir.
Very well. And for you, sir?
I've been missing some home comforts. Have you got any wine or ale from Marsember? They're very good breweries down there.
Unfortunately not, sir.
Very well, I will take whatever you recommend. That is a little bit sweet, but not too heavy.
Very well, sir.
Thank you.
And he heads off. And a couple of moments later, he's got a large silver tray with 3 orchid wines. And sort of hands one to each of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
I drink very sparingly.
Nice.
Tiny sip.
As you're kind of sipping your beverage, coming down a grand staircase, Kaladne comes down the stairs, and she has a stunning, almost like a ballroom gown kind of dress. Not like a massive train or anything, but she looks very stunning. She's got her hair all made up nicely, and she's clearly putting a bit of effort.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I?
No,
Is it too much?
not at all.
I didn't realise we were going more casual. I'm sorry.
I'm wearing some fancy bloody shirts. This is like my.
I was just going to ask who looks better, Neil.
Her.
No, it's
Like, you have a look. Like, obviously you're quite well versed in this type of thing, so you look at it and go, yeah, that's like $1,000 worth of dress right there. There's like pearls embroidered into it, and like, little sparkly bits on the shoulder.
Almost like a wedding dress.
Not quite that extreme, but like
rocks up in a wedding dress.
So,
But like the kind of
we're the witnesses.
the kind of value that goes into a wedding dress,
Yeah.
Become royalty.
or like a Oscar's dress.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very much like an Oscars kind of dress, like really nice, very well made. You can tell like she's you can tell she's obviously clearly spent a bit of money on this.
Golden thimble.
You look absolutely stunning.
Oh, thank you. It's did it all be served shortly? I thought that we could just have a seat in the lounge for a bit.
That would be lovely, I think.
Yes.
Have you got a drink?
Yes, I've been brought one in a moment.
Fantastic.
You look absolutely stunning, my dear.
Oh, thank you. I don't get to wear this very often, and thought I should probably at least get my money's worth out of it or whatever.
It means it shines ever so brightly, ever so more brightly.
Oh, well, thank you. And your dress, it's very nice.
Thank you.
If-
At short notice, it's all the one you've come up with.
Oh, it's lovely. It's very very beautiful.
I'm wearing clothes.
Yes.
I've
You
not
are.
worn these before. I always wear my gi, so yeah.
I'm wearing clothes.
Well, I'm glad you're wearing clothes. It would be awkward otherwise.
Yes.
Let's sit. Come.
Yes.
And she takes you through into a very large lounge area. There's also like a billiards table in here, and above the fireplace, which is roaring, a huge roaring fire, there's like a stag's head, and it looks, very, very comfy, everything's just kind of just so. And she just kind of sits down with you all. And the butler brings her a drink.
Speaking of GM cam.
No! Minus XP for that. It's my camera!
You can watch it back, can't you? What's the time?
I'm going to edit that bit out.
Edit it out. Okay.
Right, Nicholas.
And hello. Oh, sorry. Hello. Stealing your camera now.
Goodbye. He's going.
And yeah, so she says, so we I just thought I thought that you might want to know, but the innkeeper will be returning to his inn tomorrow. My sister felt that he made a good case. He'll only get 20 lashes and no fine. So that's quite quite a good outcome, I suppose.
That is such good favour.
I did mention that you felt he was a good character.
Remember when I said 3 hours ago,
No.
remember to let the dog out?
I'm sorry.
Oh, poor Kiwi.
Oh.
Just keep her in there 10 minutes after everyone arrives.
Is there less?
No.
No.
She's pretty good with that. She said, yeah. So she says, so yeah, after you, I did mention that you thought he was a good character, and I think that helped the case somewhat. So that was good.
And,
Thank you so much.
It is good to hear. Yes, no, I'm glad he is he's not suffering too much.
Yeah, I mean, obviously his somewhat serious crime to harbour fugitives in this way, but given the nature of the guild itself, I wouldn't be surprised if they coerced this man against his will. So we felt it was best to go a little bit easier on him.
I think I think it is very good you've made this decision, and there is something I think we need to discuss and talk to you about.
Okay. What is it?
First of all, when you saw through my disguise the other day, you clearly had some magic within inside of you, of sort of dispelling magic and.
Oh yeah, I know a wide range of spells.
Perfect. And can I just check? Would you have a way of detecting if there is magic in use at the moment? I know it's very peculiar to ask that, but I just would like to check.
Yeah, I guess.
And
Well,
I'm sorry for being so weird. Is there any way you could detect magic right now? Because I would like to discuss something with you, but I would like to check nobody is listening, and I'm worried somebody is listening.
Because of our time in the inn, we were worried that somebody may be following us after our interactions with yourself, and so we wish to make sure.
Why would they be following you? You have nothing to do with it, right?
No, of course not. And I'm looking her dead in the eyes, and I'm just trying to plead with her with my eyes, and I sort of look at you. They would not be following us. And I sort of almost do that. And I look across to Feora.
Please understand that we did not know what we were getting into, and we come to you now on the basis of us wishing to be honest and truthful and good.
What are you saying?
I start pulling out the pin and I hold it to us. May you check if there is anybody listening through this?
You're one of them?
No.
No.
We have also been coerced into helping them.
Please check to see if anyone is listening. I'm worried they must be.
and she just reaches forward and takes it and just throws it, and it goes into the fire.
Okay.
And there's a big, like a puff of like green smoke goes.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. I imagine you have a lot of questions. But I just needed to make sure that was removed first of all, because now that he's gone, I will answer anything you ask of us. I just did not want to put you in any danger. I do not want to see you hurt.
So I'm sharing my home with criminals.
No,
No.
no, please. I am not a criminal.
Well, you clearly are members of this guild.
We did not know what this thing was,
Just give me a reason to not arrest you right now.
because we are trying to tell you the truth. And I'm trying to...
Then tell me the truth. You're part of this organization, yes or no?
They framed me for a crime I did not commit so that I would help them.
What crime?
The death of another king. And I made sure to say another king.
You're involved in the death of a king.
I was set up to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it cost me my life.
Doesn't look like it from where I am.
My livelihood, my name. It cost me everything. I had to leave.
So you were a kingslayer.
No, I was framed.
I see.
This organization did that, or is at least in part involved in it.
And you have proof?
And they have my word.
That doesn't seem to count for much right now, does it?
I have not had past dealings with this group, but when I came to this city, they were friendly, they accepted me for who I was, and they said they could help me, and I've heard of these guilds before, and some of them are good, and all they wanted us to do was recover a scarf. So we went to this cabin and recovered the scarf for this gentleman. That's what it. And we killed some.
What gentleman?
Erdo.
So you worked for Erdo?
No, this is the thing. We worked for this gentleman who seemed very lovely. His name was Jaden. Jabin. And we recovered this scarf, and we thought, brilliant. We will have a place to live. We will have a place to settle in this city.
So who is Jabin?
This is the person I want to tell you about. He's masterminding everything. So we did this one task, and we thought, me personally, I thought, brilliant, I will finally have an home in the city. I will be safe with the guild. And then we meet this gentleman, Erdo, and he is horrible. He knows secrets, and he tells us, he gives us another task, which I do not want to do.
Come to you truthfully,
And what's your story, Mr. Wearing Clothes?
I came. I left my monastery to find out more about myself. I wanted to go to the Sunset Mountains, but the monastery I wanted to go to was attacked and everyone was killed. I took a message to this city and joined my companions here. I didn't know anything about this guild. I didn't know anything other than being in the monastery.
Tell me about this Jabin.
I think He is a
He's what? Erdo's boss?
no.
He is Erdo's right-hand man.
And if Erdo is to die, he becomes Erdo's position. So
Mm-hmm.
he is quite happy for Erdo to die.
Quick question. Are there any other people in this room? Any purple guards or anything?
No?
As soon as we found out what this guild was, I wanted nothing to do with it. I did not. I knew there were some guilds which were not, how you say, good, but I did not know there were guilds that were capable of this atrocity. I want nothing to do with them. I got rid of my pin. The only reason we kept that one was to prove to you that we have had some dealing, and we came here this evening knowing full well you could kill us for what we have confessed. But we are hoping you will at least listen and trust what we are trying to say and trying to show you.
Tell her about the meeting.
And yes,
What is this?
we thought, so today we got summoned by a member of the Purple Guards, and we thought, oh no, we are in trouble. He led us to an house, and in the house was Japan. He was waiting for us. Today,
Sorry, what was the Purple Guard's name?
I tried talking to him, and he just, when I asked him his name, he went to grab his sword and was going to stab me. I can't remember what he looked like. Was he human?
He was.
Doesn't.
He was a man, probably about 30 years old.
I was looking. I definitely with him for more than a minute, wasn't I?
Yep.
I cast disguise self,
There we go.
and I turn into him. Now I don't know how disguise self works, so I would have only seen him with a helmet on, effectively. So
I think
I would assume that
you
would.
do gain clothes that they
yeah,
but they're not your clothes that you're wearing.
Yeah, they're just illusory. They don't actually.
yeah. Like if someone hugs me or something, it goes through. He looked like this.
And she looks quite surprised at who you've become.
Okay. And then I sort of change back again. But we went to what turns out to be Jabin's house, and he told us everything that has happened.
You're certain it was this man?
I can only become someone I have seen for a certain time, and this is the person I saw.
Who is this man?
His name is Gren.
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 Does that name ring a bell?
That's it.
Did I make notes? Was he the guy I was meant to meet at the? Yeah, he was, wasn't he? This was the person I was meant to meet.
Yes, he's the purple dragon who is who commands the city guard.
He's working with the. They are more powerful than I thought. When he said he had bribed some purple dragons, I did not think they were this high. So this makes what I am about to say even more important then, I think. So Jabin confessed he wanted to make sure Erdo was dead. Because if Erdo was dead, he could become what they call the regional
director.
the regional director, but the head of the entire Shadow Alliance. Is this Shadow Alliance?
Yes.
Shadow Alliance is coming to Suzanne in 4 days. 4 days.
You're certain of this?
Yes, because and this
That's
is
what
where
he's told us. Yes.
this is where my biggest betrayal has come in for you, and I am so sorry. I know you will hate me when I say this, because the task we were given was to recover your Starburst amulet and give it to him Erdo wanted your amulet to present to this gentleman as a gift. And I'm so sorry. That was the task he set us. And that is why I feel our paths crossed.
Does your amulet have...
So our chance meeting wasn't chance at all then, was it? Everything you've told me is a lie.
No. Our chance meeting
You've
was...
just been doing this to steal my pendant. It's nothing. You don't even. And she turns around and runs off.
That could have gone better.
It could have gone worse. It still can.
I think we just stay here and we wait for whatever happens. We do not try to run.
The butler sort of comes into the door and just kind of stands by the door. He's just kind of stood there.
Would you like us to leave, or?
I have not been instructed to do anything.
So?
Sir?
Stay here.
We shall wait here.
Perception check.
4.
9.
Too upset with it all.
18.
So 2, 9, 18.
Yeah.
So you notice the butler underneath his cuff. You can see just here the tip of 2 crossbow bolts, and he's just kind of stood here.
I sort of slumped down into a chair, just sort of head in hands,
In
like.
the other game, he was just like, I need, like, wrist-mounted crossbows. So he's obviously made them now.
Yeah. So, sort of sit down.
I will have them.
I will sit and enjoy the lushness for a moment.
Okay.
I'm just going to stand and just have a look around the room. Just to see, kind of, check out the windows, just to see if there's any easy to get out, not have to smash anything, that kind of thing as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of windows. Yes, you would probably have to smash some glass and probably some bits of wooden frame to get out. But yeah, you mark a couple of emergency exits, so to speak.
Just in case.
About 15 minutes or so passes, and kind of almost sort of stomping down the stairs. She's coming back down the stairs now.
Yeah.
Full
In her
regalia.
Full armour. And she comes over into the lounge. She's like,
I stand up as she enters, formalness.
I go on one knee and sort of like.
to prove what you are saying is true, and you are not trying to trick me in any way, you're going to take me to Jabin now.
If that is your wish.
Now!
Okay.
May I just...
Silence!
Okay. I can remember the way. Can I piece together the way from where we are now, or would I have to go back to where we were and walk the route?
Make an intelligence check.
19.
Yeah, you can piece it together without too much problem.
Yes.
May I suggest we head there in a carriage for some slight cover until we get there, so it is more of a surprise.
And as she kind of walks up to you slowly. Any further insolence will cost you.
If that is what you wish, we will go there now. Yes. Okay, and I'll sort of lead out and then lead the way.
Yep.
I sort of do try and be like, suggest, but I'm assuming it falls on deaf ears, like, obviously if I take you to him now...
Silence!
It's okay.
And there's a very determined march.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's all go quick about it so that if Jabin is there, he's not going to have a chance to run away.
I'm going to grab my camera out of the chest.
Fair.
I have no weapons. Or shield.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Fine.
I'd take her straight to there then. And it's like, that is the house, heads there?
This is it.
This is where we were led, this is what we were this morning?
You're lying. I will have you hanged.
I promise you, I will tell you exactly how I know this is house. In there, when you go in, there are stairs going up above the fireplace, and I used the toilet earlier today. It was in this exact place. That's how one toilet is. I know this is not helpful, but that was the house I was in today. That is where he was.
Fine. Wait here. And she just kind of strolls over, just kicks the door in, and the door just splinters into like 5 pieces and just flies off of the off of the hinges.
Yeah.
And she just marches in. It's dark inside. She can't really see much past there.
I sort of follow,
Yeah.
like
Follow.
as close as I can without, sort of like follow in.
Sure.
I wait on the outside.
I won't go inside, but I'll sort of go up to the
I'll
outside
get a
of the
bit
door.
closer, but like,
Yeah. Does she look like she's struggling to see?
no.
Okay, fine. I won't do anything then. I'll just wait.
I'll go in. I'll make sure she's okay.
You're going to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Okay. So you walk in, and she's got all her weapons ready. She's kind of in the middle of the room, just kind of looking around, and you can hear some noises upstairs. Certainly some sort of startled movement. Probably not expecting their door to be kicked in. She does spot you, and
I'm just here to help. I can stay down here if you need.
you'll wait outside as you were told.
Okay, I'll wait outside. Be careful, he is very good with a dagger.
And
Is it
she heads towards the stairs as you walk out.
is it a terraced house, or is there a way round it?
It's at the end of a terrace.
Okay. Can I circle round to the back?
Okay.
I'll just stay by the door.
Okay.
I'm just keeping my distance from the back, just so I have a good viewpoint.
So from outside, a lantern clearly comes on upstairs. And you hear the sounds of commotion, the ringing of steel, and it kind of goes on for probably 20-30 seconds or so. It seems quite heated, this sounds of combat.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do?
If I hear her scream, I'll run upstairs.
Seeing Leora go round the one side, I sort of go round the other side and just sort of keep an eye out to make sure there's no one escaping.
Okay.
So you're covering the front, you're covering one side and then covering the other side.
Okay.
So like that round the house.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just kind of cautiously keeping half an eye out. The window on your side, so at the back, smashes through, and a body comes flying out. Hits the floor, motionless.
What is the body?
Who's
Is it
the body?
is it clear to see skin colour?
It's a bit too dark here for that, but if you get a bit closer, you can probably have a look.
I'll have a quick check up at the window.
You have a look up at the window, and Jabin just puts on his hat, sees you there, and disappears from view.
And I go over. I don't go over to the body to learn Alison.
Do I hear a smash?
Yeah,
Yes.
and I shout,
You can't.
"Callisto, Raven!"
I sprint round.
Yep. So you sprint round, and yeah, you can see.
The armour looks.
Mm-hmm.
I run straight over and I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
I cast, both second level Cure Wounds on her. 14 hit points and 14 hit points, so 28 hit points.
Okay. As you cast your Cure
Yeah.
Wounds, her eyes kind of slowly open. And you can see she's got a couple of really nasty stab wounds right into her chest. And there's like traces of like some form of liquid. It's probably from like a poison dagger or something like that.
I pump more in. Got 2 more first levels in.
Staying by the
8.
door in a
Right.
ready stance.
17 more hit points.
Okay.
I sort of try to do the, when sort of you hold someone like that, and sort of so she's sort of almost like
Yeah.
leaning. I'm just trying to cure her like that.
Okay. So how many more?
Another 9 plus 8, 17.
Okay. You. Yep. You give her as much of the curing as you can do, and yeah, she's kind of drifting in and out of consciousness a bit. Yeah, she's looking slightly more improved from when she hit the floor.
Did she come alone? Like,
Mhm.
okay.
I'm gonna run off, seeing that he's got her, and see if I can find any guards.
It's like, get the guard.
In fact, what I will do is just throw produce flame straight up into the air, like a flare.
And I'm just talking to her like, it's okay, you're going to be okay. I promise you will. Why did you go in alone? We said he was dangerous. I know you don't trust us, but
Yeah, after a couple of moments, a guard comes running over, just a regular city guard, and he kind of looks over you all and is like, "What's going on here?
help us now!
What is going on here?
We need a cleric. Get one.
Kalade is down! Help!
What has happened?"
Kalade!
And he runs over and sees her. And she's like,
I'm literally shouting, Kalade is down, get help! And I'm sort of and I saved 1 more cure wounds, and I put 1 more cure wounds into her to show that I'm helping.
and he kind of sort of cautiously looks at each of you, almost like he's kind of taking a measure of each of you.
Two
He's
of
like, and then he turns and he's like, "Okay, I'll get a cleric," and he runs off.
Another 10 hit. Another 10 hit points.
10.
I will go running in the opposite direction of him to go find another guard.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Still at the front door.
Four.
I have to get fucked over, I think.
4.
Yep.
4. Okay. So you sort of head out for sort of 100 feet.
Yeah.
Don't find anyone.
Okay. Cool. Where are they when you need them?
I know, right?
Run back.
Okay. Raven.
Aye.
From the darkness inside the house, you see the telltale, slightly glowing purple eyes of Jabin.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see he's got 2 daggers.
Mm-hmm.
They are both sort of almost glowing, like magically. And he's like, step aside, or you are next.
How far away is he?
From you, difficult to tell it precisely, but probably 40 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to go forward 10 feet, and then I'm going to face step behind him. So he's going to take 1 fire damage as I come up behind him, and then I'm going to reduce Thunder Wave to his back.
Initiative.
Just these 2.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
Okay. So you do your phase step thing.
Uh-huh.
Is it like an attack roll or?
No, I just go to a 30 feet for an unoccupied space.
And then you attack.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll.
Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave. So it's
Thunder wave.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Is it con? Yeah. Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. 12?
That passes.
Oh, wow.
Take half. Of
I was almost certain that was going to be a fail. I was like,
Yeah,
well.
it's not very much for now, I'm guessing.
Is that half damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Find the right gun. Sorry.
Do you need a D10?
No, D8. Trying to find my D8. That's 11.
Does he still get the pushback?
No
No.
pushback. So 11 thunder
So it
damage.
still kind of goes, but it doesn't affect him.
Exactly. Takes the damage. There's a massive thunderclap.
Yeah.
So everyone within 300 meters would hear a thunderclap.
Oh, shit.
That's one way.
300 feet, sorry. Not meters.
One way of summoning gods.
Yes, it's
Exactly.
like,
Okay, one sec.
and yeah, sort of the dust sort of cloud. It's like obviously all the dust and everything sort of floats up in the air.
And he would have taken 1 fire damage as well when I appeared.
Sure.
So.
And
Damage.
you kind of like can't see much through the dust, and then his eyes reopen again, and you see the purple outline of his eyes, and his daggers come slashing in.
Row.
16 to hit.
Hits.
Oh.
Yeah, you might have to revive me. So I'm going down.
He's going down.
You should have he's got any given.
Yeah, sorry. Used all the attacks.
Indeed.
As you take 5 points of piercing damage
Uh-huh.
and 9 points of poison damage. And his second dagger comes flying in. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
2 piercing. Oh, 15 poison.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Okay. Okay, you guys, you've just heard this. You're like, oh Jesus! It's
Is
like super loud because you're quite close. But obviously, it's clearly come from inside the house.
okay. Is Storm, is she?
Not me.
Sorry, someone from a previous.
Wrong campaign.
Campaign.
Is Kaladne looking okay, or is she?
She's mostly still kind of unconscious. She's kind of slipping in and out of consciousness.
Don't know that you do that, so I'm gonna stay with her.
Fair enough.
I was running back anyway.
Yeah, you've kind of heard this. You're like, uh-oh. As you're kind of approaching, you
Yeah.
see another figure running out of the house,
Away.
away from you. Yeah.
How far away?
From you, probably 120 feet. And yeah, this particular figure is moving fast.
I will run into the house.
Okay. So you run into the house. Can you see in the dark? You can. Yes. You
I
run
see
into the
shades of
dark,
red.
and you can see. You'll need to make a death save for me as well, quickly.
17.
Okay. So one success. And yeah, you see Raven on the floor with a couple of nasty dagger marks that you kind of recognise stuck in his chest.
No.
I will
Heavenly.
run over and I'll start tearing off bits of his fancy clothes to. Oh, my fancy clothes! In my so medicine check to try and stabilise.
You're not using a medical kit gives you advantage.
No, just if you want to try and stabilise someone, it's just a straight medicine check.
You do need a medical kit. For that,
A medical healer's kit will give you advantage.
right. That's I
Yeah.
thought so.
But anyone
straight-
can just be
just
like,
straight.
Anyone
"Stop
can
the
just try and
bleeding!"
stop the bleeding. It's
Yeah.
just a straight
Just
medicine
straight.
check.
I thought it was the healer's kit or medicine kit or whatever it was gave you
It
advantage.
gives you advantage. I think you can have proficiency as well if you're proficient with it. So like
Yeah.
So whereas as just a straight medicine check
Just-
for everyone else.
Double checking in my brain. So make your medicine check.
Yeah, 19 plus 2, so.
Okay. So you are stabilised. You're not going to die.
Do I come back to 1?
No.
No.
Oh no, you're unconscious, aren't you? So
Yeah.
yeah. So you're not dying.
You don't have to.
You don't have to make any more
saves.
death saves.
Yeah. Okay. You're still unconscious.
But yeah, you're still
That's
out of it. Okay. At this point, Callisto, you notice the guards returning with a cleric. Again, he's sort of 60, 80 feet away.
Yeah.
They're sort of sprinting in your direction.
Please help her. She's been stabbed. I've been covering her a little bit, but I think there is something going on with those wounds. I do not think it is just pure damage, and she is taken. I think there is potentially poison or something.
Yeah, the cleric comes over and he kind of inspects the wounds
Yeah.
closely, and he's like, yes, poison. He sort of rustles through a bag and pulls out a small vial, takes a stopper out, and just kind of sort of drizzles this liquid over the wounds. It's not salt! And the wounds almost immediately start to sort of physically start to close up. Just you notice it, but
Yeah.
they just kind of start closing up a bit,
sure.
and the wound almost any signs of like infection and things like that seem to have kind of dissipated.
Right.
So the wound still looks quite gnarly, but a lot more sterile and clean and things like that. And yeah, he gets out some bandages and starts applying a large pad and.
I don't let go of her during. Like I obviously allow him to, but I sort of hold her hand like the entire time.
It's like we'll need to get her back to to the temple.
Of course. Can you let her know that Lysander is thinking of her? Can I come with her, or I don't know if...
Are you? And he stops himself as he looks at you.
And I sort of look at her and I go,
Relative.
I sort of look at her and go, I am not a relative. I am a friend.
No, we only permit direct relatives.
Very well. Can you let her know when she wakes up that Lysander is thinking of her, and she will know where to find me. I will be back at the Leaning
Well, your
Post.
quick thinking has probably saved her life. So, well done.
I am. Is it
Well, what? And the guard is like, so what's happened here? Who has done this?
The people that you captured yesterday, that she was in charge of capturing, the Shadow Alliance.
Ah, yes, that scum.
One of the main people lived here. She asked us to bring her here, and she did not want to wait for backup or anything. She did not want us going in, and we warned her, but she, you know how she is. She was like, as if anyone could fight her, but she fell. Oh my God, where are my friends? My friends are here. There are two others. Where are they? Did you see any others?
They're kind of looking around and said, no, we heard a noise, but
In the house. I sort of don't leave. Like, can you see if they're in there?
yeah, and the guard's like, he runs around. He's got his sort of sword out, and he comes around to the front of the house and sees you.
Same guard as that run off before.
He went to go get the cleric, and
Right. Please, did you get the cleric?
yes, what has happened here?
Bring him in quickly.
He's already tending to.
Can't you see? This man is dying.
Why you got me, man?
Sorry, I was wrong call back down. You know this man is dead.
Get to the cleric.
That's funny. That's so
Yeah, because you did a really bad Arnie impression when you were trying to do Jean-Claude Van Damme.
How many minutes you did?
You did a pretty good on the impression. Yeah, so I said, shut up! I said, get the cleric, he's stable, but he's
Cleric,
not
get to the right side!
No, that just sounds bad. It is like 11 o'clock.
Oh dear, we are losing it slightly. Okay, yeah. After a minute or two, the cleric comes round, and he's like, I'm not sure if I have any more left. No, you'll have to bring him to the temple. I don't have any more elixir with me.
Fine. And I start picking Raven up.
What's your strength?
12.
And how much do you weigh?
Skin and bones.
You heavy.
3 pounds?
You heavy.
3 pounds.
Oh yeah, you've got that.
No idea.
What are you, an air elemental?
Exactly. Where would it?
You put in your own weight, so if you haven't put your weight in, then it would be in the description. So your character.
Have you got a calculator? What's 12 by 15?
But I.
Because that's my carry capacity.
There's literally
So wait, £80.
£80?
80?
That's like a feather.
Yeah.
£80?
That's like less than a small woman.
Okay, maybe 180.
That's like Keo.
£80 is 5 stone 7.
That's a very small
I was
woman.
going to say like 130.
Yeah,
maybe.
130.
I'm
only
quite built as well, so yeah, I'd be.
Yeah, I
Probably
think I've
more
been
like
5
140,
stone since I was
140 then. Probably.
Well, if it's 140, then he's 10 stone.
That's me. So yeah, it'd be more than that because I'm a 6 foot muscly elf.
Okay, so a bit more then.
Are you muscly or are you lithe?
Muscly.
Yeah, 180 is about 13 stone.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
180, yeah. So what would you say?
What's 15 times by 12?
What is 15 times 12?
Yeah.
The answer is 180.
Oh, that's convenient.
Oh! I can lift you.
But then you're at maximum encumbrance.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick him up so that he's leaning on me. I'm not like trying to fireman's carry
He's
him.
unconscious.
Yeah, I know.
So you are.
Oh, right, so you're dragging him.
Yeah. And I was like, God's sake, don't just stand there, help me! So the other guys.
Everybody else is helping with
Yeah.
the more important person.
Oh, what, did the guard just come in, the cleric came in, and then they left again?
Yeah.
So me and the guard are carrying Gladney.
And the cleric as well, to be fair.
As well. If the cleric's carrying it as well, like, can they do it by themselves? Or do they need me carrying as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
She's in like 4.
yeah, that's fine. I was going to help out if I could. But
Let me take this armour off. Oh, is it now?
she must take this off. Take the pencil off.
Take the armor right now! Come on! Stealth check!
So yeah, again, you go through the streets. It's getting quite late now.
Yeah.
10 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
And you're taken to the Temple of Helm. And
Is that her?
I don't know. It's a very personal question. But yeah, you don't know.
Dare you?
Didn't she tell you
What?
like what the pendant was signed for? What it was like?
Okay. She said where she got it from. But
Okay.
And yeah, they take you inside, and kind of put like a stone,
Dais.
yeah, sort of pedestal kind of dais kind of thing, and a couple of sort of lower level clerics come out and they sort of start tending to wounds and things like that, and for Ryven as well, they sort of they turn to you and say, so the fee for reviving your friend is 200 gold.
He doesn't need reviving, he's already alive.
Without our assistance, he will die.
am I here?
He's not going to die, he's stable.
If he is okay, I can. Will he not be okay if he just rests?
Well, he has a poison coursing through him, which will need our elixir to cure him.
We cannot pay that. We do not have that much money.
And Kaledne, at this point, is like, I'll pay. I'll pay. And it's like, very well. And he starts to give Ryden the elixir, and a couple of potions.
Yeah.
You are restored 20 hit points.
Awesome. So these aren't magical clerics. These are like potion clerics. These aren't like
A little bit of column
glass.
A, a little bit of column B. I go sit out and I sort of what's going on, and sort of I can see they're tending to everything and there's nothing I can do. I sort of just go sit outside the front of the temple and
Okay.
I just lean up against a.
Again, it's started to rain again now.
I don't mind.
No,
Sort
you don't
of
mind.
lean up against
So
it.
again, it starts off quite light for
Yeah.
like 20 seconds, and then it just kind of just pelts it down again,
I'm gonna
almost like a small hailstone almost.
get out a little bedroll
Okay.
and just sleep at the bottom of the steps.
Bedroll in the rain.
I don't have stuff on me, do I? No, I'm just gonna sleep on the steps.
Oh yeah.
Why would I want to come to dinner with a bedroll?
Yes.
If I can't sleep in your bed, maybe I can sleep at the side.
I'm just gonna sleep on your dining table.
Yeah, I will just literally sleep
Okay.
on the steps.
Yeah, you just kind of, sort of sat on the steps, sort of back against like a pillar, just kind of dozing.
Yeah, I won't sleep very easily.
No.
But I will try and get a bit of sleep.
Yeah, you, in your mind, you kind of keep sort of. All you can hear is that horrific sound as Kalanick came crashing through the window, and you're almost like dozing off, and then you just kind of hear it like.
Is it timing with the thunder that's crashing?
No.
Wow.
There was no thunder.
So I sort of say to you, I am going to sleep here. I do not want to go back. I want to make sure they're okay.
So will I. You tend to collect me, I will tend to go.
And yeah, after about an hour of them sort of tending your wounds, you're up on your feet again. Got like a big bandage on you. That says, "I'll just take it easy for a couple of days."
Make sure my bandana's still in place.
Yep. Yep.
One of the
And yeah,
first
you're
things I
like
did.
you're free to go. The palace has been informed and will be collecting Kalanick shortly, so you're free to go.
I don't think.
I wait with him.
Okay. So
I
you.
wait on the inside of the temple.
What happened? Did Javen get away?
Yes.
Damn it, I'm sorry, I wasn't strong enough.
He took down Kalanick. You were foolish to even think you could take him down.
I will train harder. Next time, we will not be so lucky.
Next time, you might not be so lucky. He could have killed you easily.
All together, we shall take him.
Yes.
Maybe.
Look,
So you're kind of.
this is all. Sorry, I cannot leave. This is all my fault. If I had not told her the truth, she would not have gone chasing after him.
You
And
did not know that she was going to just go charging there
And she,
without any backup or anything.
and she would not listen to reason either.
of course not.
She
The
brought this
people-
upon herself.
She did not. The people she thought she trusted, I lied to her. I wormed my way into her affections, and I betrayed her.
didn't completely lie to her. It was a white lie.
Yes, but it is very easy to confuse a white lie with a much deeper lie and
We've
deception.
You brought her back. You saved her life. I just hope that we're still able to do something about it.
That is why I cannot leave. I must suffer the consequences or make sure that she is okay. It is something I must do.
Okay.
At this point, a rather majestic carriage arrives out the front, and 6 attendants all sort of file
Yeah.
past you, don't even really
Yeah.
acknowledge your presence, and head straight into the temple.
Yeah.
What are they? Sorry, guards?
Just kind of attendants of some description. They're just
retinue.
they've obviously come to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
Kalanick and take her back to the palace.
I wait outside.
Okay. They, as you're kind of looking in, you can see they've got like a call them really? Like a
Stretcher.
yeah, that's the word. A stretcher.
Yeah.
Or a palanquin.
Yeah, like quite
Yeah.
a large stretcher. Caladney's on there, and the six of them, three on either
Yeah.
side, and they're just kind of slowly, gently, sort of bringing her out.
Yeah.
Again, they kind of walk straight past you.
Yeah.
Is she conscious?
Perception check?
Has this happened overnight, or is this
No, this is literally
Pretty
like
bad, not
The
like
same night.
an hour?
30 minutes, an hour
okay,
later.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I thought it was.
12.
You
Yeah.
can't tell.
I would want to look and see if I could see. Like, I want to see if I can see her and see if she's.
Okay, perception.
15?
Okay. As she's kind of passing you, you hear like some kind of muffled words, and the attendants stop, and she just kind of looks over at you, like one of her eyes isn't really open very well.
Yeah.
She just kind of gives you almost like a slight smile,
Yeah.
and then just kind of waves them on.
Okay.
They take her and sort of slowly put the stretcher into the back of the carriage, and one of the attendants comes over and says, "The Lady Caladney would like to express her gratitude for your assistance, and for helping save her life. Please accept this token from the house."
What is it?
It's a pouch.
I cannot. Thank you. I cannot. And I sort of turn and
Okay.
just make sure she is okay. And I turn and walk back into the temple.
Hmm.
We need to pay the temple.
He hands you a
You
pouch,
bastards, all of you.
and
We caused this.
good day. And he turns around and heads back to the carriage, and the carriage rolls off down the street.
Just because we're all paused doesn't really take money. Everything does.
How much is in there?
So you have a quick look. There is 100 gold.
I've gone back into the temple and I just want to find the cleric I recognised.
Yeah, he's still there.
Is she okay? Is she going to be okay?
Yes, the poison has been cleansed from her system, and her wounds will be tended. I would imagine she'll be fine in a few days.
Good. Thank you so much. I do not have any money.
It was your quick thinking which probably saved her life. Without your curing magic, she probably would have been lost forever. You managed to keep her stabilised just long enough until I got there.
It is very rudimentary, but thank you for saying that. I wish I could pay you for saving her life, but
Lady Caladney has already paid for our services. You need not worry.
thank you very much.
And he too has a like kind of in his hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Rob the temple later. Oh, that was almost XP right there.
Jesus. Okay. I mean,
100 gold.
one. Oh yes, you got 100 gold.
Yeah, Oscar's would have run the whole place already.
Fair.
You guys doing anything?
So again, it's quite late now, sort of approaching midnight.
I'm feeling it. Yeah, I need to go and rest.
As I sort of come outside, I'm sort of like, oh my god, Raven, sorry, I've been so selfish. How are you? Sorry,
It's okay. I'm better now.
Come on, let's get back and let's get you rested. I'm sorry I don't have one of those stretchers like the the fancy ladies there.
It's fine, but we need to watch our backs. Jabin knows.
They know that that's...
We're not going to be safe anywhere. They know where we're staying.
Yes, they
They
do.
have guards in their pockets. And all manner of other...
All I will say is he has attacked the princess. Do you not think he might be a bit preoccupied with protecting himself at the moment?
I'm not saying he's going to do it, but he may send others.
Of course, but
We take watch.
I will lock
Maybe.
my door and I need sleep.
Okay.
I'll go over to one of the clerics and say, do you have a way of summoning a carriage?
Sorry, you need healing?
A carriage? Is there any way to summon a carriage to here? The weather outside is very poor.
It's like one of those NPCs only have one set response.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you need healing? No.
200
What is your medical emergency?
Please take the name for me.
I go out to the curb. I whistle like harkling, whatever.
Performance check.
Do not do that. They after midnight it goes up by 5 times the price. These late night carriages.
19.
Yes, you do a very good job. And sort of 15 seconds later, a carriage comes up.
The carriage rang was just round the corner.
I'm being summoned.
Everyone just magically appears.
How much did leaning posts there?
Oh, at this time of night,
You just blew dragon there, haven't you?
3 silver.
No, it's the same everywhere. No matter what city you go to.
You've got a whole pouch of gold there. Come on.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. She don't mind covering? Okay.
So yeah.
I'll take 1 gold off and add 7 silver back.
Yeah.
Do I see you have the pouch?
Perception check.
Natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Where have you got the pouch?
It was recompense.
How can we have recompense? It was our fault she was there.
It will be for a good cause.
What? Paying for an expensive carriage when we could walk?
I messed up my fancy clothes.
We are giving that back. That is not ours to claim.
I get in the carriage.
Fair.
I walk.
Oh wow.
I can't walk up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you all arrive back at the inn somewhat later. But yeah, like everything's pretty much off. There's nothing's being served. You have to kind of ring a bell for someone to come and actually open the doors to let you in. But yeah, you go upstairs and go to sleep.
Okay.
And I think
Did we want to take turns at sleeping? Because you said
oh,
I'm worried. Do we want to do watches?
Or stay in the one room.
I'm not, no. Because I'm coming back after you guys anyway. I'm going straight to my room and I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
If you guys want to do a watch between you two.
Andy,
Yeah. Cool.
if you give me 4 hours,
Okay.
and then I'll watch the rest. That's my long rest is only 4.
Okay. I'll take the first watch and then we'll take the second one.
so you're sleeping in separate rooms.
No, sleeping in the same room.
They're sleeping in the same room. I'm sleeping in my room. And I'm
Okay.
just locking the door.
I'd also like to make a puffy, fake person in the bed out of pillows.
Nice. Make a perception check.
Inspiration.
And that one.
The second roll is that one, so I'll take the first. 7.
So, you're sat and watch. You're just kind of sat in a chair. Raven's fast asleep. Fast asleep. And you find yourself dozing off. We'll leave it there.
What a sleepyhead.
We're attacked next round.
Okay, so thanks everyone for watching. We're just going to calculate some XP and I'll go for the MVP vote in a second. So let's just have a quick looky what we have. Okay, let's each of you roll a d4, please.
Ooh.
And Murray.
So 2 1s.
2.
So we've got a total of 4. So we'll go for 400 XP. And who do you, so we'll start with Sam. Who do you think is the MVP?
Callisto.
Me. Martin?
Go with Callisto as well, actually, just because
in the bag.
some good role play.
And just for your vote?
All I thought was just constantly thought. So, Theora. I'd like to do a little back and forth with Jaden.
Yes, that was very interesting. So you'll get the extra 10%. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed themselves, and we'll be back again next Monday at 8 p.m.
Woo!
Woo! Thanks for joining, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Done.
Bye-bye.
I need 600.